A little while after everyone parted ways last time, we follow one of our heroes reflecting on what's happened. As we pull into the beach at night, Echo, you had wanted to take a walk, clear your head after everything that happened. It's a little while after everything went down. The sun has set, and the moon is starting to rise over the water. What are you thinking? What are you feeling at this time?
Uh, Echo's stressed. That's not a surprise. He's kind of just taking deep breaths as he's kind of pacing around on the beach, kind of walking, just kind of muttering to himself, just worried.
Mm-hmm.
He then he walks to the edge of the water and looks down at it at his reflection. He's gonna also test a quick theory he has. He's gonna pull down his goggles and peer into the super hell.
Mm-hmm.
Is the creature there?
Roll to assess the situation.
Okay, I got sharpened eyes, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that goes without saying.
Okay. You get your 3 questions. And I guess the first one is, do you see the creature?
Yes.
When you peer into the other dimension, it seems like, a little bit of time has passed, and you do note like peripheral chaos as there are still Deja swarming to like an eye of a maelstrom. And it seems that the fight is taking place a bit of ways away from you at this point.
Oh, okay. So it's not like. Does it look like it followed me? Does it look like it's a different spot than where it was before I looked at it?
Yeah, it definitely looks like it has moved. It does not seem like it is currently trailing you in the fight. It seems that the fight has just taken it in a different direction at this point.
Okay.
You have 2 more questions.
Um. How are the Deja looking? Pissed off?
Well, from what you can gather from the Deja, I mean, they're designed to carry things to the afterlife, and it's kind of like watching a swarm of angry hornets. They're buzzing around all over the place and yet continue to be swatted away. Uh, it's really not looking good, but they continue to come out of the folding darkness of Appalea in near endless supply, and yet everything that you see, the vast array of infinite abilities that they pull out, nothing seems to be changing the pace of the battle. It is just. It almost looks like a war of magic is happening in that realm right now.
I feel bad. I feel a little bad. Echo's just gonna sigh and pull up his goggles as he kind of sits down on the edge of the water, just kind of holding his knees as he just kind of mulls it over. Because this is a different feeling. He's been close to death before,
Mm-hmm.
but like this, he can't predict when it's coming. Like he knew when Lasher slows so that was like instant, unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
This he expects the danger is coming. He just wants to run, but he can't.
Mm-hmm. And
Because he knows if he runs, he's dead.
did you have a 3rd question?
Um. No, not really.
Okay.
But yeah, I was just gonna sit here and think.
As you are sitting by the water, you do actually, off to the side, to your left, so our right, but you hear off in the distance the sound of sand moving, almost like something is being dragged.
It's a body. Someone's dragging a body to the beach.
Are you focusing on the shore? Do you look around?
Echo hears it and he kind of just, I guess he'd like idly look at it, like kind of give it a bit of side eye to see who it is.
You see that
Okay,
Aiden,
not who I was expecting.
yeah, you see that Aiden is plodding along the sand, dangerously close to the shore. But he's just kind of like trailing himself along. And he just kind of spots you and gives a bit of a wave.
Hey.
Hey!
What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just thinking.
Yeah, me too. What were you thinking about? Echo scoots over a bit for him.
He moves over close to you, keeping a safe perimeter from the waves that are lapping up. And he's silent for a second. But he just asks, Is Joey gonna be okay?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm sure that's not the answer you wanted, and I'm sorry, but I'd rather not lie to you.
Aiden is quiet for a moment, staring at the waves, as he just says, when I saw you all fly off, I was kind of freaking out. I didn't know what to do. That doesn't really happen. And I couldn't ask Joey what to do. I was really close to just diving in and see what would happen. But you guys came back, so...
You mean like diving into the water? Neko kind of gestures to it.
Mm-hmm.
Who told you not to do that? Or advised you, rather?
Lots of people. Basically all the adults since I woke up. It's really scary.
Woke up?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe then it's a good idea not to, do that.
I don't know.
Where are you from again?
I don't know.
What's... Here, let me ask a different question then. What's the first thing you remember?
I remember... I remember colors. I remember guys walking around, but I fell asleep pretty quickly after that. So I don't know. I hope Joey's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I hope so too. It's unfortunately something I can't fix. And Deco picks up like a rock and just kind of skips it on the water. Which sucks because I like to think I'm good at fixing things.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I couldn't help at all, even though I wanted to.
Well, thank you for trying at least. And caring about her.
He kind of shudders a bit. I should probably go.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Okay.
In your eyes, what makes a hero?
He thinks long and hard about that. And just kind of looks at you and says, heroes are good guys, right? They're good people. And they make people happy.
Yeah. But let's say if they had to harm someone, possibly kill them, to save someone else or a bunch of people, and they did that, does that still make them a hero?
I mean, if you're trying to save people, that sounds good. If you're trying to do good things. But I don't know. I was always told not to kill people.
Yeah. Okay. He kind of stands up and dusts his pants off as he pulls down his goggles. How's the fight going?
It's going as it goes. You pierce the veil again, and you do note that when you do that, it kind of like locks eyes with you from very far away, as if it's feeling that it's being watched.
Echo kind of pulls up his goggles as he lets out a sigh, and like looks back over to him and just then he takes a breath. If you were in danger, imminent danger, it was coming barreling towards you, what would you do?
I'd probably melt into a puddle or splash against a wall.
You wouldn't fight it?
I don't know. I'd probably be pretty scared. But it's okay. I can take a hit.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am not made of water. Okay, just gotta think.
I'm gonna head back, but thanks for talking to me, Echo.
Why are you thanking me? You did most of the talking.
I guess I needed to talk.
Joey will be okay.
I hope so.
You want me to, next time I see her, to tell her you're thinking of her?
Yeah. I just hope I get to see them soon.
You will.
Maiden will just kind of turn and start moving away.
Echo kind of watches him go. He kind of looks down at the water, his reflection. Then a thought hits him, like a bolt of lightning, not literally. He kind of closes his eyes, and I'm going to use Memento Mori. Putting what he knows about the monster together, how long did it take to like evolve to its surroundings, to adapt? Is the question I'm going to use.
Okay.
Fuck! He doesn't remember.
Yeah, specifically when is Echo trying to recall about its evolution? Just in general, or like when you guys threw it into Appalea?
from Appalachia to now, and when he saw the changes, like the direct changes.
Right. Yeah, the chaos of the situation just it to you can't tell if it took a good amount of time or if it was instant because it just was so hectic and crazy for you. Yeah, Aiden, you hear the dragging across sand as Aiden moves away up the stairs, and you hear footsteps as someone else approaches.
Uh-oh. No. Oh no. Echo kind of pauses, sees Eugene, just lets out a little bit of a sigh through his nose and rubs his eyes briefly. He kind of turns around and just kind of pauses as he sees him.
Yeah, you look in his direction and you just see that he walks towards you. He's seemingly looking at you and walking directly towards you.
I didn't take you for a beach at night kind of guy.
I'm not.
Why are you here?
To be honest, I was looking for either you or any of your little crew. He just kind of crosses his arms and thinks for a second as he's looking at the water and just says, "How is everyone?"
Fine, I guess. Joey's in the worst shape. Literal puddle.
I guess that's not surprising, given they were flying around fighting one of the world's top heroes.
Just wanted to, kill him.
Eugene kind of looks at you and just says, "I'm sorry, repeat that?"
It's nothing. What did you need?
Look, after the evacuation, I mean, people were talking, people were confused. I mean, this big blue thing crashes through the roof of the dome, and the adults are scattered. The adults are trying to pull themselves together, trying to get everyone else out. And there are some people who got to see what that thing was, and there are others, from what I can tell, that recognized it from stories about your group. And while that was enough for me to want to ask you about whatever might have been going on, then we all see her flying around battling Kirk Weston, and you all flying after them. Now, Echo, I have been pretty courteous, I would think, not pushing my way into your situation after what happened last semester with that brain teaser guy. Tag along for one day, get told it's not something I need to worry about. Admittedly, I did some investigating of my own. Might have put some pressure on your friend Terry, but Echo, I would really appreciate if you would let me know what the fuck is going on.
Why do you want to know?
Why else? So I can help? You realize that situations that you guys have gotten into sound pretty crazy.
Echo like rubs the bridge of his nose and his eyes. Yeah, I'm aware. I don't know if this changes your perspective on things, but that thing could literally rip out of a dimension and attack me at any moment. It is currently fighting a bunch of ghosts of the undead that drag souls to the afterlife. So if you want to take a step back, I wouldn't feel bad. That thing's been hunting me and my friends for a while now, but apparently it also has to deal with Kirk Weston. Kirk Weston made it for some reason. I couldn't tell you why. Who would ever make a goddamn monster that big? That's like dropping a bomb in the city, and why he didn't deal with it is beyond me. And apparently also Joey has something to do with Kirk Weston. I know more about it, but I just can't deal with it right now because I'm worried about my friend who currently is a puddle in the middle of the ground and currently was worried about being soup not that long ago. So what I need you to do is tell me how you can help me right now, because I'm currently stressed out because I have a monster that could rip out at any moment and kill me.
He listens to you with a level gaze, gives a bit of a sigh and says, yeah, that's about as crazy as I was probably expecting, given everything that can happen.
You think?
Well, given how bad everything sounds, it sounds like you could use all the help you can get. Obviously not throwing people into the fire, necessarily, but I mean, you need resources.
Yeah, and Foresight's looking into some stuff with the information she has.
Oh.
I don't know if you're going to come up with anything.
Well, if Foresight's looking into it and can't figure anything out, then I guess we're fucked.
Just a ball of sunshine tonight, aren't you?
What, do you want me to lie to you?
Maybe. I don't know anything to cheer me up. I'm just stressing the hell out right now.
Echo, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And I don't know everything about the situation, so obviously I can only entertain so many ideas myself, but I want to help fix things if I can. And I think that a lot of the others here would probably say the same. Obviously, it would be reckless to let every random person know the situation. But to be able to adapt to a situation, you need to be versatile. You need more tools under your tool belt. It's why I appreciate my personal skill set so much. It makes me very adaptable. But without any powers to steal, I am just a regular guy. My whole thing is trying to figure out what I can do and how with the limited tools I have. I'm not saying I have an answer for you. All I'm saying is I'm kind of tired of just pretending that nothing's going on. And if there is something that I can do, I would like to. Not because it's you, not because it's Star Heights, but because it would be kind of stupid for me to sit on my hands and do nothing when it seems like people need help. That's all.
It's kind of flabbergasted Echo a bit. It kind of shows on his face.
You look stupid.
Some days, yeah. You need people's blood, correct?
Yes, and my powers work differently depending on how I get it.
In what way?
He The dark markings on his arms unravel into these small tendrils with little pinpoints at the ends. If I prick someone directly and take their blood, how do I explain this simply? I release something into their system that naturally shuts down their ability to use their abilities. If they're biological, if they are... there are specific rules to it, but if I take it directly from someone, the result is they can't use their power, but I can. If I take it from a stray blood sample, though, I don't have to worry about accidentally injecting that person. So I can just copy. But it's... different situations call for either use. So, for example, if I'm fighting random criminals on the streets, I might need a few blood samples with me if I want tools in my arsenal. But I can adapt on the fly, or try to shut down a villain if I take their blood. Ideally, I don't shut down the powers of my allies, though, which is why I have to be very careful with my ability.
Eugene?
Yeah.
Hold that thought. Echo says as he steps through a portal. And vanishes very briefly. A couple minutes go by.
You leave through a portal, it disappear, and he's just like... just stands there for a second and is like...
I was monologuing. The portal reopens, and Echo walks back out. He has a brown bag, and he offers it to him.
What is this?
Some help, if you want to help, that is. And Echo kind of keeps it extended.
He just kind of furrows his brow and takes it, going to open it.
It's all the blood samples.
He just furrows his brow a bit further and looks at you and just says, "Why do you have everyone's blood samples?"
It's a long, very complicated story. There's quite a few in there, so at least you got some choice.
I am tempted to ask where you got these.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
A warlock? Sorry, let me rephrase. A warlock possessing one of our classmates.
Okay, well, part of me doesn't want to believe you, but I don't see why you would lie to me about that. Unless you stole them from the medical bay, I guess.
No. No, I did not.
Well, better someone keeps an eye on these that may know how to use them better than you, I suppose. Just kind of puts the bag over his shoulder.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about those, would you? Echo says, kind of narrowing his eyes slightly.
Know anything about why a warlock would have them?
Yeah, you're just,
Well, I've never used magic, so I can only imagine there are infinite possibilities for what blood could be used for, but if I had to guess, based on how my powers use blood, it is possible to pull the essence of someone's abilities out through their blood. So, I mean, frankly, it's not that surprising. Our school is a pretty insane petri dish. I mean, okay. Imagine for a second. I'll give you a very, very simple example on a very small scale. Let's say someone was able to replicate the abilities of your class president, Mr. Boyle. Could duplicate themselves up to, what is it, roughly 50 times?
about that, yeah.
Now let's say they combined that ability with that quiet girl in the mask who destroys anything she touches. What do you think happens then?
I see your point.
And that's with 2 of our classmates. So yeah, these are basically liquid gold to anyone that knows how to extract abilities from students' blood. Knowing that, if you want this blood back, I would be more than happy to give it back to you.
Can I roll insight or just pierce the mask real quick? I just
Yeah.
want to see if he's okay on the level, because I feel like he would be freaking out right now.
Yeah. Okay, is that one answer you get?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, what is it that you're looking for from him?
Let me double check. Been a hot minute since we played this game.
Mm-hmm.
PDF. Here it is. Pierce the mask. Yes, on a 7 to 9, ask 1.
Yeah.
What are you really planning?
I mean, when you ask him that, or not when you ask him, but when you're looking for that information, you get the feeling that what he's telling you, he is being straightforward, totally honest. Just that, like, yeah, even just having blood samples from our school is insane. And that example is very insane, even with only 2 students. And yet, being somebody that can duplicate abilities, it seems like that thought process is just coming directly from him. Like, he is thinking, okay, hey, if I was a villain, if I wanted to cause as much destruction as possible, and I had this, what could I do with it? And that was a very simple resolution. And when he says, hey, if you want me, by the way, like, me saying that to you, giving you that insight, if you want this back, I understand, is totally honest. He understands that this is, like he said, liquid gold.
How many types of blood samples? Was it like everybody in the school, or just specifically our class?
It was, I believe it was just the people in the crime fighting course.
So like multiple levels?
Let me think back real quick. It is first year crime fighting.
Okay. So ours and his class, essentially.
Yes.
No teachers either, right?
No.
Okay. Echo kind of pauses and looks at the bag a moment, and then kind of looks back to him. Can you mix abilities with your powers?
I have before. I have done some stress tests, seeing how many abilities I can take on at once. I've been pushing the boundaries. It gets more difficult the more that I use.
Okay. Would this be helpful in helping us stop this thing for you?
Well, if you want me to have more tools, then yes, it would.
Okay. Keep it. I'm trusting you. But
he just looks at you for a second and gives a bit of a dry smirk as he says, "You are placing a lot of trust in me, and I can't say that I would do the same for you, so I appreciate that."
desperate times. And, despite our relationship, I do think under that personality of yours, you are a good guy and want to do the right thing.
I'm one of the best guys, actually.
There's the Eugene I remember.
Really, though, I do plan to do the best I can. I mean, with powers like mine, if I can't do at least as well to protect others that those around me can do, then I'm not really trying. Because I can do more than just one person can.
Don't get yourself hurt, though, okay?
I could say the same to you, given the fact you don't actually have any powers. Just your fancy gadgets. Not saying they aren't useful, but you should learn to be careful too.
Yeah. Echo kind of rubs his neck where the scar is from Lasher. Yeah. Then, do you want to come with me back? I think they're gonna do some talk about what's going on.
Yeah, whenever you all have that talk, if the others are okay with me being there, then by all means, I am happy to help.
Maybe don't mention the blood.
Now we're keeping secrets.
More like there's already enough on our plate. I don't want to add more.
I'll let you make best judgment call on that, I guess. But if it becomes relevant, I'm not keeping it as a secret. I also actually need to figure out whose blood is even in here. For some people, it might be more important than others.
Everyone's from the crime fighting course. Me, your class, and mine.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Alright, well, I'll cross that bridge pretty soon then. Despite...
Tell you what, Echo kind of pauses, and he extends his hand for the bag for a sec.
He hands it over.
When I'm going to invite you to the meeting, and when things come up and how you can help, we'll bring up the blood and just see if they will agree to it. Because if you start throwing around powers, they might ask questions, and then I really don't want Lily to rip my head off.
That sounds more reasonable.
And I don't want Alex to throw me to the sun. And I don't want Terry to make me see my greatest fears.
Eugene just kind of looks at you. He's just like, can't tell how much trust you actually have in your group and vice versa based on that, but I'm going to assume there is enough given you're still working together. But rest assured, I'm not so crass as to not understand the implications of my abilities. We'll get the appropriate approval, and if there's none, then honestly, the best case is to return this to likely Catalyst, or wherever it came from.
That's the weird thing, I don't know where it came from. He kind of puts the bag over his shoulder.
It's troubling, but either way, blood samples or not, I am just going to keep that offer extended for my assistance. And also reassure you that I'm probably not the only person thinking this, just the only person bold enough to push into your personal space and let you know that I am. Just know that you have a lot of eyes on you right now, and that shouldn't be very surprising.
You mean our group or me?
The lot of you, yes. Especially Joey, after what happened. But either way, it seems that you all lead very eventful lives. Anything that can be done to help.
Okay.
But that is all I wanted to find you for tonight. I don't plan to stand here waxing poetic under moonlight for too long. I need my beauty sleep.
Yeah, you're looking a little... Is that a gray hair? Michael kind of smiles and gestures to his hair.
If I'm having gray hairs already, then yeah, not going to last long. He kind of looks over you and just says, though I do see plenty of bags under your eyes, so you probably should get some sleep. You're looking horrid.
I doubt I can.
He goes to turn and starts walking away.
Eugene, don't let this go to your head, but for what it's worth, thank you.
He just kind of waves his hand and says, not doing it for thanks, and just keeps walking.
Smart ass. Michael mutters under his breath as he shakes his head, just kind of looks down. The bag. He just kind of sighs, and he is going to open a portal and head back to the school.
All right.
For a second, he decides if he thinks he wants to look into the void, but he decides not to because it would stare back.
The void looks back, and it does so on a regular basis.
Don't like how you said that.
So yeah, of course, after this, you return to your dorm for the night. The next morning, we see the school's security center from within a clear capsule. Mosaic, your consciousness fades in and out. You dream, recollecting your fight with Kirk Weston. You remember looking down over campus, seeing Aiden, Maya, and many, many other students watching you in what might be your lowest moment. You see a glimpse of Colossus climbing atop the dome, helplessly watching as you and Kirk rocket into space before she can reach out for you. You see your friends desperately trying to keep up. Kirk sends the huge wave of kinetic force that washes over you. You look to your friends. He seems to have avoided hurting them. The fight cuts forward. Many of your friends jump on Kirk. They try to hold him back. You plummet towards the water, and Alex catches you before you fall into the ocean. You black out. You remember bits and pieces, words exchanged. Maybe you, maybe not quite. Your body is still nothing but a puddle of silver. You can't speak. You can barely even think. But every so often, you glimpse the world around you. Hijack works on a small receptacle near your container, his robotic appendages sparking golden plasma to life within it. Foresight and Mr. Thimble stand in front of a massive monitor as it springs to life. And you see two unfamiliar faces on the screen. Their voices are all so distant that you can't make out what they're saying. The two on the other side of the monitor seem to argue with our headmistress for some time. Despite this, Foresight is very still. Hours pass on a nearby clock. You black out. Much time later, you see that Foresight and Hijack are working together side by side around your capsule. You black out again. More time passes. Your father joins in on the work. Finally, a golden jolt courses from the receptacle through your liquid form. Every molecule in your body is energized, pulling themselves together, slowly, but determined. And when the capsule opens and your mind reboots, who is it that wakes up?
That is a wonderful question. That's a really good question. Should I roll 1d3?
Do whatever your heart desires.
Oh gosh. How long was I Joey for even? Alright. On the table, as I'm starting to come to my form again and everything, I become Joey.
You wake up. Oh my god. Oh, you're awake. Oh, you're awake. Oh, thank God.
Dad?
Martin just hugs you. He is sobbing. Foresight just nods from behind him. Welcome back, Joey. Thank God.
Oh my god. How long? How long was I out?
Hijack just silently gives you some space. And Foresight speaks up and says, "Do not concern yourself too far. It has not been too long. Maybe about a day."
I would reach up to hug my dad. How did you do it?
Are you asking your dad or Foresight?
I'm asking Foresight as I'm hugging my dad. I'm like looking over my dad's shoulder to look at her.
Foresight seemed to have been like moving to leave to give you two space as she stops and turns to look at you. And she says, "The energy signature that Kinesis used on you, it was not something he simply programmed into you. Rather, it seems to be a natural reaction to that type of energy. The material you are made of is allergic to it. I merely needed to recreate a polar opposite frequency. It took some time and some extra hands to get it done as quickly as we did, but thankfully, we made it work."
Thank you.
She nods and just says, "It took quite some time to reverse it, but it is not something that we can prevent. If you come into contact with the same type of plasma in the future, your body will fall apart again. Loath to say."
Joey just nods and then kind of closes their eyes for a second as they hug into their dad again.
And do you stay in your suit, or do you desuit at this point?
I would desuit.
Okay. Then Foresight will turn and make her way to leave the room. And Martin just continues to cry tears of joy as he holds on to you and just says, God, thank God, thank you. Oh, thank you, Lord. Are you okay? Do you remember everything?
Yes, I remember everything. I'm sorry, Dad.
He thinks for a second and just says, Joey, I'm so glad that you're okay. But what happened with Kirk?
He's a villain, Dad. He's a villain to more than just you and me. He's not just scary for us. He is the reason that so many people have been facing what they've been facing. That monster, that's his fault. And I feel like he's behind more than we already know.
Joey.
I know it wasn't right. I'm not saying I was right to do what I did.
It's not about Joey. He puts his hands on your shoulders. Joey, you're better than just a good kid. I know you are great, and I know that what you did was for good, but it's not about that. I'm upset because I almost lost you. Joey, I was told that you launched yourself at him. Is that true?
Yes. Yes, that's true.
I understand. It must have been very emotional to see him again after everything that's happened, especially after last time. But Joey, you have to stay away from him. If he wants to take you back and turn you into the weapon I was afraid he was going to, then he's going to do it. I don't want to lose you, Joey. It was incredibly... I know that you just want to protect all of us, but that was so incredibly reckless, and I don't know what I would do if he had taken you. I don't know what I even could do. Just please promise me that you won't do something like that again. Please.
I promise. Okay? I promise. I won't do it again. I know I made a lot of people scared, and that's not what I meant to do.
I know.
I'm just tired. I know I'm not supposed to be, because I'm not made for that. But I'm really tired. And recently I've just been feeling like a lot of the things that we're dealing with, it's just for us to deal with. It's like no one else cares. And even if they do care, they have to do it in such a roundabout way that nothing ever happens.
I know. Yeah. Joey, you You understand why we came here, right?
I knew that we were running away. I know that you didn't want him to take me.
Yes. And we bought some time. Not forever, given the politics of everything, but some time here. But I'm never going to tell you that I want you to fight. But I do want you to have the tools you need to protect yourself. That's all I want for you. That's all. If you can make sure that you are safe, then I am happy. And if you can protect others while making sure that you are still safe, then I'll only be all the more proud. But I need you to stay safe.
Okay. I will. I'll be safer.
Just hugs you close, kisses the top of your metal head, hugs you tight, and just continues to cry.
I'm just gonna kind of hold him in this moment as we're hugging, you know?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, with that, I mean, he is just going to continue to hold you, to try to reassure you, to comfort you. And some time is going to pass before morning. If there's anything else you want from the faculty here, if there's anything else you want from him, or if you just want some time to untangle things, that's what this time
Yeah.
is for.
Okay. Hmm. I don't even know. I don't know if Joey would be in like the headspace to like start getting into a bunch of details about even like how all that happened or anything like that. I feel like she's just gonna take this moment to kind of sit with her dad, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Then you two will take this time just to be together. He might ask a question here or there, a simple response, but you sit there together, and a bit of time passes. We will move later into the day. As we move to the student dorms. It is the day following everything that happened. And your phones have been blowing up. They were blowing up yesterday evening. They were blowing up last night. They've been blowing up this morning. With friends asking if you're okay in the chaos of leaving the dome, in the chaos of everyone flying around, asking what happened, asking about, you know, what that thing was for the people that might be more in the know, just asking like, oh my god, was that kinesis? Are you okay? It's chaos. Though you are all informed by Nightwalker through a tactful message that seems like Joey is going to be okay. And deciding to try to unravel everything that happened and hopefully check in with Joey to see just how well they are doing whenever Joey is able to join you from their recovery, their checkups. You all decide to meet up, discuss what you've learned, figure out what to do next.
I think this goes without saying, but Echo looks like he is gonna fall over. He is tired. He has big, like, bags under his eyes. It looks like he got very little sleep last night.
Maybe we should go somewhere and sit down for this discussion.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was kind of the consensus.
I think there's a bench back that way.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah, that's fine. Or I can just sit on the floor or the ground here, and he kind of like you just see him kind of like
It's not
kneel
like a sitting
down.
area.
Yeah, there's a sitting area.
Yeah, or we teleport to the sitting area.
Mm-hmm. You guys are free to be inside the dorm building, outside the dorm building, wherever you guys want to take this. But there are plenty of sitting areas in and outside.
So, how's everyone doing?
I'm fine. Thing never hit me.
Yeah, I'll survive.
Terry?
I'm doing pretty good, all things considered.
That's good. I'm glad. Sounds like Joey's gonna be fine too.
This is a genuine question. And I feel like I have to preface that because of how often I, good-naturedly, rib you. Do you know, have you figured out what melatonin is here yet?
No.
Okay, you should probably look into that. You look like shit.
I've been staying up the whole night because I have a monster that could rip through a portal and kill me.
We all have a monster that could rip through portals. To be clear, it's coming after all of us. You're just the guy that keeps deciding to look at it. But yeah, that's what melatonin's for. It like knocks you out.
I should look into that.
You should look into that.
He just kind of leans back a bit looking at the sky. The good news is the fear has now been melted away with tiredness.
It's not great news, but
If you stay up much later, the paranoia will start, and you don't want to go there.
Okay. Cool. So have anyone had any ideas?
yeah, I've been thinking on it. When's Joey getting here?
Still in medbay.
I really don't want to have to explain this twice.
You could record it.
She's a... What do you mean she's in medbay? She's a robot. Not to say robots can't get injured, but what's a medbay gonna do?
At this, Joey, you approach the dorms, having woken up a little bit ago, having gone through some tuning, some checkups, just to make sure everything is functioning properly, and messaged by your friends like, hey, we're checking in, want to check in with everybody. You find your friends at dorms.
I kind of just slowly approach. Hey.
Hey, Slugger.
Oh,
Hey, Joey.
you're alive. That's good.
Yeah.
Echo nearly falls out of the bench. He goes just to hug her. He looks tired. He looks like shit.
I hug Echo back. I'm looking a little shy at this moment.
He's hugging her tight.
We're relieved that it's you. You're like, I think I said this last time when I saw you guys in detention or whatever the hell. You're my favorite. Glad it's still you, Joey.
Thanks. I'm glad it's me too. Couldn't just couldn't leave, I guess. Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of say the first one to Echo and then turn to everybody else.
It's okay. You have nothing to apologize for. We've all done things. I blew up
Yeah.
the cafeteria, so I think we're about even.
It's a little different.
I will say next time, though, please have a plan.
Yeah. I guess since I mainly follow ours, I haven't really had to make one all by myself before. I won't do anything
say-
like that again.
Thank you.
I won't say you have nothing to apologize for, because I think it's good that you're acknowledging that it was bad. So I think I appreciate your apology, and I am very happy that you did it, that you apologized. I mean, it's a relief to know that you aren't still in that same mindset.
I made a promise to my dad, so before we get started on any of this, I just want to say whatever plan we come up with, I have to be more careful. I don't know. I can't do any of the undercover type stuff anymore. I promised him I wouldn't put myself in a position where I didn't know if I'd be safe or not. And I know that we're heroes and we do hero stuff together, but I really don't want to scare him like that again.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I understand.
Fair enough, I suppose.
That's fair.
So, what are we talking about?
The
Well-
big blue alien thing that wants to kill us.
We're
Yeah,
talking about
talking about
seating
it.
arrangements.
Talking about a situation where we won't know if we'll be okay. To be fair, to be clear.
Oh yeah, this is all very perilous.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But to be
I mean,
fair,
know.
if that thing busts out, it could attack the entire school.
Yeah.
I mean, it would put everybody in danger.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So, we'd be in danger either way.
Yep, running doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not for long. It kind of works.
So let's recap what we know about it then. Blue, it's big. Have we cut parts of it off prior?
Yeah, we did with your portals, and it seemed to have resisted that. I've been thinking, and I don't have a full plan, but I have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
To deal with it?
To at least, because okay, right now it's in super hell, getting power leveled. It's like grinding right now. It is going to be the most insane it has ever been whenever it shows up again.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the main thing I think we need to handle. Because, like, if we can get it back to a state similar to when it was here in the first place, before we sent it there, then from there, we can handle it again. It'll be way better to handle.
But it's been in there like a day and a half now.
I know. I'm aware. It adapted when we sent it to the ice. It had like an icy texture and was resistant to the cold. It didn't have that again when it showed up at the dome. So it loses its adaptations over time. Maybe it's like it only has so much mental bandwidth. It only has so many adaptations it can make. Once it starts making new ones, it'll have to replace old ones.
Or maybe it can't even control, and it just continues to adapt, even if
Yeah.
that means losing previous adaptions.
Like, it happens. I hope it happens automatically. I hope it isn't something it's actively having to do, because if it is, I can't imagine it'll ever decide to adapt anything new once it gets, super hell adaptations. So if it's happening automatically, all we need to do is we need to survive for as long as it takes for it to adapt enough to power itself down from its high. It adapted quicker once it was in super hell. Maybe because super hell is such a extreme environment.
It had no choice but to adapt or die immediately.
Do
Say
we
what
feel
part again,
that-
Echo?
Hold on. No. You said it adapted over time.
Well, yeah,
Echo kind of wakes up a bit.
but it's just that it adapted the amount of time. You had said it was like 10 minutes. It was like after 10 minutes, it was already showing insane adaptations as it was fighting.
Correct, but that was 10 minutes. What if we introduce it to something that it can't react to, something instantaneous that it can't react to, something that could do a lot of damage to it right away that it doesn't see coming?
I mean, what, like nuke it?
In a way, maybe.
I mean, honestly, I don't know the ecosystem of super hell, and maybe this would be a bad thing to do. But if we could just throw a nuke into super hell, do you think they'd let us do that? It's not like it would kill the Deja. It probably wouldn't hurt anyone except the monster.
I'll be honest, I don't think we have any nukes, and the closest thing I could rig up to something of that size is if I had a ship core, but I don't have a ship core on hand.
Yeah.
Do you think Triffany's parents would lend us a spaceship so we could blow up a demon in Super Hell?
Probably not. I think if we told Triffany's parents that this was a thing happening on Earth and also happening within close proximity of Triffany, I think they might make her leave. So I feel like we probably... Or they declare war on us for endangering the princess.
Does she have a ship here?
I don't know. She's never told me if she does.
You should ask.
Maybe you should ask her.
Yeah.
I don't want to get the girls involved.
Do we
Okay, but-
think that the way that the monster is able to kind of adapt and modify itself is from maybe some of the same things that they were working on to do cloning? Is there potential that this monster could be made from the DNA of multiple clones?
Maybe. Right now, Joey, I think that those are probably thoughts that are worth having and things worth exploring. I am kind of trying to focus on how to kill it, not on learning its origins.
No, I know. It's just that, I mean, if it's a clone, you can't clone a clone. And if what the clone is doing is using its DNA that it already has and morphing it with new DNA in order to get genetic mutations, then...
Are you wondering if it's on a time limit?
I'm wondering if it's on a time limit, and also if the things that the DNA used from clones that was used to create it, if that would have an adverse effect.
Huh. Or if we could get it to somehow try to adapt or incorporate something that would be harmful to it in some way.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
When
That goes back to my idea. I hadn't fully finished my thoughts.
Let's go ahead.
If it's adapting to extreme environments, if that's why it adapted so quickly in Super Hell, we could either use the dome, or I am now remembering that you do have literally access to two realms that are ice and lava, which are pretty extreme ends, of the spectrum. If we could just keep leading it to and fro, back and forth. Why the fuck did I say that? Back and forth between
Like
lava
what?
and ice realm. Like what? Maybe the additional, because those are both already extreme environments, and maybe the shock of having to jump between back and forth would make its body have to adapt quicker. If we put it in an extreme enough situation, maybe we can make it adapt out these super hell adaptations. And from there, my only thought on how to kill it is if we put it in Ice Realm for long enough and then very quickly dunked it into Lava Realm. Like if we made it resistant to ice, make its skin take on that icy quality, and then hit it with lava faster. Kind of like what you were saying, Echo. Hit it, dunk it into lava when it seems vulnerable to lava, faster than it can adapt against the lava. Or some variation of that idea. It doesn't have to specifically be that, but that was my train of thought.
I don't know. Just the problem is if we're wrong, we're just giving it more adaptations.
Well, it definitely loses adaptations because it didn't have the icy skin when it came to the dome.
It's also putting us in longer conflict with this creature, which could lead to possible injuries.
Yeah, I don't think we can avoid that. It seemed after us, which I have other thoughts on, but it seemed after us, like targeted. So I think we're gonna have to deal with it. I think, and it's easier said than done, but I think the key is gonna be figuring out how to minimize the amount of time that it will be in whatever juiced up state it's gonna come out of Super Hell in. We need to make it so that phase of the fight is over with as quick as possible.
My vote is still we just blow it up or try to.
I mean, yeah, if we had a nuke, I agree.
That would be convenient.
I should say it's worth mentioning. We just want to involve us and possibly Foresight, whatever plan she might have, right?
I mean, ideally. I don't think really anyone else needs to be involved.
I bumped into Eugene on the beach and he was wondering what was going on and wanted to offer help.
The dude you fought behind the school?
Tell him.
I'm sorry, I heard too many voices.
Sorry.
How much does he know?
I told him a little bit about Kirkwest and about the creature, how it's been hunting us, but that's about it. It kind of is hard to not explain things when someone attacks very violently a superhero.
Oh, he kind of takes a moment to like look away.
I also was very stressed out.
I don't think we need to involve people.
Did I what? Sorry, Joy.
What did you tell him about Kirk?
That he created the monster.
Oh.
And that your possible relationship with him because he fucking... It was weird. But...
Joey's looking a little upset, but not for a clear reason. It's like reasonably so. Well, okay.
I also learned a bit about his powers. With blood, he can actually turn people's powers off.
I mean, that does sound kind of useful.
I mean,
just an option or a tool in the tool belt.
Well, I don't think we know enough about the, because he wouldn't be able to turn off Triffany from being able to fly. He might not even be able to turn off Triffany from being able to use her like spores, because it's not like Triffany, right? I look to God. Triffany isn't like a mutant of her own species. That's a thing her species can do, right?
Yeah, she is not a mutant. So that is caused by like patterns on her wings and like the spores that she gives off that have a hallucinogenic effect when inhaled.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine he could turn that off. So it kind of would just depend on if the blue monster is able to adapt because it's a power in the same way that like Alex can do gravity in a power, or if it's more like a thing that its body is physically able to do.
Hmm.
And I don't know how we would figure that out. And I think it'd be kind of dangerous even to test, because he'd have to get pretty close to the thing.
I also learned that he can dual wield powers, which is kind of cool.
Sure.
Don't tell him I said that.
Okay.
We need to come up with a better name than the blue monster for this thing.
So I try to call it the Blue Beast because Beast makes it sound more serious, but I just forget.
How about Shreddy?
I don't know about that.
I thought we said
Oh
better
boy.
name.
I like Shreddy. I'm gonna call it Shreddy.
Okay, well, you're apparently on like 24 hours no sleep, so not a glowing endorsement if you like Shreddy.
Also, are you like you calling your shot on like what it's gonna do? Like, does it shred things?
No, I've just seen inside its mouth it has like, you know, teeth like.
Okay, yeah. So.
Shreddy.
Oh boy.
Hey, this grass looks nice. I'm just gonna lay down here.
I thought we're inside.
He's looking out the
Sorry.
window at the grass that's outside. Like this, the
Crawls
grass looks
out the window.
What the hell?
I thought we were on like a bench, but he's like, and then he goes, this floor looks nice. I'm just gonna lay down here. It's cold.
That's
Don't
not
worry.
grass, bro. That's
We'll
shag
scream
carpet.
if things start to go wrong, and that should wake you up.
No, I'm just gonna lay here and look at the ceiling. I'll be up. Don't worry.
Should someone watch over Echo at some point so he can actually sleep?
I mean, I already gave
Do my
him
best.
suggestion. I did my part.
So what's the plan of attack?
I do think that Lily's plan makes the most sense right now. There's not.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I don't have my own idea here, but this does involve Echo having to make a couple more portals, and isn't an issue that it might be learning how to make the portals?
We could also try to use the dome. The dome,
But
I mean,
it broke out of the dome, though. Would that mean
Well-
we'd have to stay in that?
oh yeah,
like-
we would have to stay. It's
Yeah.
we're gonna, and that's also the thing. We're gonna have to make an environment that's extreme enough to force it to adapt, and we're gonna have to endure it. Like I said, it's easier said than done. This is just the best I can think of how to make it lose the like god adaptations it's getting right now.
What if, and this is a bit of a, I think you guys call it Hail Mary. Echo reaches under his poncho on the floor and like holds up the device.
the device.
What
We could put
device?
The Pokeball. Yeah,
Oh,
we could put it in this, and maybe it would lose adaptions.
How do we get it in there?
how does that work? Is it like a pocket dimension?
I think so. Spark, what is this again? He pulls down his goggles.
Spark analyzes it, and yeah, it just seems to be a small pocket dimension that it sucks things into and places them in.
Small pocket dimension sucks things and puts it in. Thank you, Spark. He puts his goggles up.
Well,
Hmm.
if it learns how to make a portal to get to you, I would assume if it's just a pocket dimension and it's not like it's putting it into like some sort of time stasis or something, then I would assume it would be able to just make a portal to get out. But once once we have it, if we can make it lose its adaptations, then maybe that would be a good option.
Tell you what, who wants to go see what it's like inside?
I'm good.
Inside the pocket dimension?
Yeah, for science.
All right, sure.
Yeah, I
Alright.
can go in.
Do rock, paper, scissors.
Do we know if there's oxygen in the pocket dimension?
Well, we kept a guy in
Right.
there.
We did keep a guy in there, so I assume that is.
Spark
what,
is gonna
you know.
jump out and give you a very tiny zap, Echo.
Yeah. You just see like this hair stand on end.
Is there a coffee machine here in the in the student dorm?
Yeah, there probably is.
Okay, Lily's gonna just go brew a cup. Have you ever
I feel
had
like-
coffee?
No, what's that?
This could be interesting.
That's crazy. You have not even began to dabble into. How long have you been here? And you haven't started looking into like the luxuries of this world?
Coffee's a luxury?
Yeah, I think people like killed each other for this shit back when we were all on like boats in Europe.
I mean, I've seen like cafe signs with it, but I've never had it.
I make a cup and hand it to them.
Black? You had it to him black?
Yeah, I mean sometimes people put, milk in there. Sometimes people put milk and sugar. You can, I don't know, adapt it to your own liking.
Okay.
Cool people drink it black.
Yeah, he takes a sip, and you see him kind of like give a little shiver as it like it touches his taste buds, and he kind of it's bitter.
Yeah.
It's an acquired taste.
People drink this?
Yeah, it has like caffeine, which helps you wake up.
Okay. I'll have more then. He just kind of sips more.
Yeah, there's really no downside. Drink as much as you want.
Okay. All right. So who's going in the pocket dimension?
I mean,
mean-
Joey, if you want to, you can go. I was just offering because there was like a solid 10 seconds of silence.
I have a question real fast. Is it Echo's goggles that allow me to see through the dimensions and stuff at Echo, or is that what's happening there?
What are you asking?
Well, if I'm going into the pocket dimension, there's a part of me that's like, what's the point? Kinda. Besides just kind of being in there and being like, yep, it's a pocket dimension. But
Mhm.
can I see from the pocket dimension this dimension? Is
Not
it
normally.
blocked?
I mean, like if
Yeah,
you just went in, then
Yeah,
you would
I'm-
just be in there.
I know I can't. That's why I'm asking. I assume that the monster is trying to replicate the abilities that Echo's gadgets give him, which is why the monster keeps looking through dimensions to keep track of Echo.
Mhm.
And so I'm curious if inside the Pokeball I can just see out through into another dimension, if that's Echo's goggles that does that, or if it's an innate
Right.
thing. And because otherwise, if I go in there, I'm just gonna go in and be like, yup, it's a dimension.
Well, that's what we're trying to find out, right? Is that if it's something that might return the monster back to neutral.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll go in. Zap me up, Chief.
All right. Echo kind of extends the little Pokeball out and just kind of he's like, Spark, do the honors, please.
Spark will activate the thing and will capture Joey.
Cool.
In a flash of light, Joey disappears.
Is there any clear indication that Joey's in there? Like, does it have like a light that goes
Well-
like it flashes?
There's a clear indication that Joey is in there because Joey's not in front of you anymore.
Yeah, I get that. I mean that something's contained in the device.
When
you
the
smart.
when the device is like, let's say, open, it looks more like this kind of gyroscopic, sort of complicated-looking Magitech device. But whenever something is captured, the rings kind of close in, and it becomes more of just like a concentrated metal sphere.
Echo kind of pauses, gives Joey a bit of time. How long should I give it?
Nah,
Ah.
like a minute.
Who said that?
I said that. You know, this coffee stuff isn't that bad once you get used to the horrible aftertaste.
I like the aftertaste.
You drink it like this?
Well, not like that.
What do you
I've been
got?
trying because it's cool, but
Okay. Keep sipping it, waiting, looking at the ball. And after a minute, he's just gonna ask Spark to bring Joey back.
You pop back out with a light, and I mean, you remember lights, and you remember a lot of fog, but you don't really remember much else from when you were in there.
Oh. Yeah, that is really weird. I honestly, I don't remember that much from being inside. It was foggy. It was really weird. It was like I was put into a stasis.
This might be a better option, actually.
Well, we can try it. Again, I kind of expect it's gonna be physically. I mean, were you okay? Were you able to move your arms? Did you try?
Was I, Ethan? Was I able to move my arms?
You don't really remember. You don't really remember sensation from when you were in there.
Oh. Yeah, no, I don't remember anything like that. I don't think I was able to move at all. It's like I was asleep.
Okay. Okay, I'm getting kind of mixed messages, but
I mean, like I said, it's like I was put into a daze almost.
I know, I get that. It's just you're saying you don't remember, and then you will immediately follow up the sentence of I don't remember anything with a memory of what it felt like, a specific way you felt. Things, you know, it was like I was asleep. Okay, so you kind of remember?
No, like I'm trying to say, it's like whenever you close your eyes to charge, or in your case, sleep, and then you open your eyes and you're done charging, and it's the next day. It was like that. It's like the memories of what I feel is, I think, maybe just what I feel now. It's like I blinked, you know?
Okay.
Did you have... You were in there for about a minute. Did it seem instantaneous?
Not instantaneous, but not a minute. I don't know if really I felt that affected by time in there.
Spark, maybe you'll know. And Echo kind of holds the device out. If we capture something in here and then destroy it, will that destroy the thing in the thing?
Roll to assess. Wow.
Wow.
All right. You got 3 questions as you're assessing the device and scanning it with Spark. Your first question, as Spark is scanning it, based on the fact that it seems to pull things into a pocket dimension, it seems like there's a pretty equal chance that if you destroy it, it either collapses on itself like a singularity, or it just explodes and releases everything inside.
One of those is very different than the other. Which is Spark leaning towards in the math?
It feels like a coin flip.
Oh, don't say that.
That's kind of badass. So if we break it, I hope this means if we break it, like either you or Ethan just actually has to do a 1d2. If that's it, Ethan, you have to do it publicly.
Does Echo relay that?
Yes, he does.
Huh. We'll be tossed into a black hole.
Do we have a black hole?
I have a bit of an idea.
Oh,
We kind of have something that's kind of similar. It just points at Alex.
but
Yeah,
is it quick enough?
Hang on, Alex, what's your idea?
I'm employing a little bit of a theory from science class. You guys know about gravitational time dilation, where time passes slower in stronger gravitational fields.
Yeah, I think I saw a YouTube video about it.
What if we were to trap this thing in there, and then rather than risk the coin flip, if there was some way I could apply such an intense gravitational force to slow the time down to basically nothing, so that no matter what, it can't do anything.
Would you have to put it somewhere, or would it just be like,
I'm not entirely sure yet.
Well, my other question is, would it be quick enough so this thing doesn't adapt to that? But I guess if it's in the ball, it wouldn't.
I mean,
That's the hope.
I'm stunned it adapted to Super Hell. It adapted to Super Hell. I don't think we can just say there's no way it could adapt to this. It seems like it can adapt to anything. That seems to be its thing.
Well, that's why I suggest something instantaneous and quick. Just,
Yeah.
Doesn't have time to, get from point A to point B and be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be worried.
Anyway, that's all.
I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know the limits of the thing, but it's like, if you slowed down time in its area, I don't know, could it just start to speed up its brain's processing of time or perception of time? Like, could it? I just worry it could adapt to anything until it dies.
Yeah, we really have no way to know for sure, do we?
I'm starting to feel more awake. This coffee's fantastic.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Oh, I'm gonna get more. So kind of stands up off the ground. He was sitting there cross-legged. He kind of walks over and starts brewing another one.
So we're just planning for if it gets out, right? Or are we going to bring the fight to it?
No, we're not gonna bring the fight to it.
Okay.
Because that would mean we have to go to Super Hell, and I think they would fight us equally as much as or the Deja, that is, would fight us equally as much as they would fight, the Blue Beast.
I mean, I can almost guarantee that if I open a portal there, it will come through, so
Probably.
We could have the fight in Megea.
I still think, because, I mean, okay, if being in the ball is like being asleep, to be fair, I don't know how much of it, is one-to-one to sleep, but you can move while you sleep. There are people that sleepwalk, shit like that. Just because I would still expect, if right when it comes out of Super Hell, if we put it in the ball, I would expect it to be able to open a portal. We could try, because I don't think it would be able to break the ball from the inside. Or at least if it could, I don't think it would spend the time to do that. I think it would just immediately get out to keep fighting us.
Mm-hmm.
But we could try once it gets here, just in case. But once it gets, if we can get it to lose its adaptations, then I think if we ball it and it can't do portals anymore, then we'll for sure have long enough until it adapts inside there. We'll have at least 10 minutes, I would imagine, to like destroy the thing, to kill it, if that's what we want to do. So I do think the ball is probably useful.
Echo sipping from the cup and speaking. Do you think Kirk West? Well, still bitter. Do you think Kirk Weston would know anything about this?
Probably. Do you think he'd tell us anything about this?
I mean, it is his kind of fuck up.
Yeah, and he's
He'll
been
just
so responsible about it so far.
Yeah, he'd just say something along the lines of, "I have this handled," and then leave.
No, that's not how he'd say. He'd go, "I have this handled."
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
Because he talks
That
like
was-
a douche.
That was a good impression, yeah. That reminds me, I gotta text somebody. Echo pulls out his tablet and
Oh yeah.
messages
On that
Eugene.
note of
Who did that
messages.
remind you?
If
On
only
the
message.
Bro heard the word douche and was like, "Oh yeah, Eugene."
Lawrence also wanted to know what happened.
I mean, you can tell him if you want.
Oh, cool.
Lawrence has been. I have forced Lawrence to be involved in enough of our shit that we could tell him. I don't care. I don't want to be
Yeah,
involved because.
I'll just round it up and like he can ask questions about certain things.
Actually, he could get involved if he
Where
wants.
should
I
I
just don't
s-
think
where
he
sh-
wants to.
Where should I start? The fight, a monster.
Group said no. We'll keep you in the loop.
Harry's like really thinking I'd like say this in as few words as possible.
That's what Echo sends to Eugene.
Hero's blood monster broke into school. Joey fought Kirk Weston. spaghetti monsters in super hell, it wants revenge. Frowny face. He sends that.
Do I have a bunch of texts that I have not responded to yet?
Yeah, you have a lot of messages from basically all of your club members that like from last night asking
Yeah.
about like how you are.
Okay, yeah, that should do it.
By the way, I have. If we want to keep talking about hashing out ideas, if anyone has any more ideas on how to kill the thing, then we can stay on that topic. But I do have other thoughts on a thing.
I also have something to talk about too, but you can go first.
Anyone have a kill the monster idea?
Honestly, I think like the pocket dimension was like much better than I was expecting us to come up with. Like, well, more
Pocket dimension
sound.
is probably pretty good. But I guess, I mean, if it's a coin flip, then I mean we can take that flip. Well, do you want to? I mean, it's your funny gadget. I guess you can make the call if you want to take a coin, if you want to break it for a coin flip at killing the thing. Because if it just pops out, then we'll just have to find a different way.
Spark, what are the odds I can remake this if I wanted to?
Spark analyzes it, and it seems possible, but it seems like it would take a lot of time.
I mean,
This is something that is feasibly possible, but is not anywhere near your realm of like it's not very simple to create a pocket dimension.
Okay. Echo just kind of shrugs. If it means I get a good night's sleep, I'll take that risk.
Okay.
Also, does
Then
anyone
yeah.
know what that Atlas complex is?
What? Isn't that a... No, that's Atlas Shrugged. What, Atlas Compound?
Complex.
Complex. No, I have no idea what that is.
Not a clue.
Okay. I just told Eugene that just to keep up, not to keep up, that just, we don't need him. And he says the Atlas complex doesn't look good on you guys.
Oh, like
I
okay.
get it now.
Yeah, you're saying it like it was a place, the Atlas Complex. No.
You guys heard of the Atlas complex?
No, Atlas.
It's a globe, isn't it?
Just drink your coffee.
That's a... Yeah, okay. He has a sip, then he looks, I said they do not want more people. I said they do not want more people to get involved. Also, I don't know what that is. And then he replied, everyone will be involved soon. Which I assume he means if it breaks.
Is he threatening us?
That's
I don't
pretty
think
ominous.
that's a threat. I think he's just trying to be slick.
That's a threatening ass sentence.
Here, let me ask him. Is that a threat, or do you mean when it gets out of the hell dimension? Oh, he's typing.
No, it's not.
There. I sent that. Anyways, I wouldn't mind sacrificing this, if you guys are okay us not having one more tool in our tool belt.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll survive without it.
Oh,
I forget you have it until you bring it up.
Do you just
It might
forget
be our
everything I
best
can do?
Not everything. I remember you have your funny little holograms. You've shown them off like 5 times.
Okay, what else do I have?
Portals.
I still want to get that gun back.
You do have a gun on your wrist.
It's more of a little bow, but oh yeah, no, this depends on if you think it won't start attacking other people if you fail.
We won't fail.
Lily says we won't fail. But
Okay. So, summarized. When the guy shows up, we'll try the ball. Hopefully it doesn't break the ball. If either it works immediately, or it'll escape, and hopefully it doesn't break the ball and it's escape. If it escapes, then we just do... I think we just lead it on a goose chase between Ice and Lava Realm to keep trying to, make it adapt to those two places. and like have the
I think
shock
so.
of jumping between make it have to adapt faster.
Then would we want to perhaps then split up and give it more targets to work with? It seemed to attack whoever, was currently fighting it.
Yeah, but I think if we split up, then it could just choose to stay in one realm. I think, and I just think it'd be safer if we all, especially because it's going to be, again, juiced up once it gets out of there. I think it will be safer if we stick together, if we cover each other, and if we keep together, leading it back and forth.
I
thought you
agree. I
wanted
think
it-
we need to stick together.
I thought you wanted it one side of the skill extremely and then dropping it in the other.
Well, once it loses the super hell adaptations, I think then we could stay in Ice Realm to make it adapt to Ice Realm and then dunk it in lava. I'm more focusing on getting rid of the adaptations, and I think the shock of swapping between, extreme cold and extreme heat would take enough of a toll on it that it might make it have to adapt quicker.
Okay. You're gonna want some very warm clothing.
For like
Okay.
half of it, and then you're going to want some some very breathable clothing.
I guess I'm just.
Yeah, it's going to be unpleasant.
When does the pocket dimension come into play?
When it pops out, I'll fucking write this out as a step-by-step plan later. But
Okay.
just to summarize, when it pops out of the portal, we will try to pocket dimension it. If that works, cool, it worked. If it doesn't, then we try to
Plan B.
Plan B, which will be to force it to lose its adaptations, which
Okay,
is just
got
kind
it.
of, we're just gonna have to survive the super hell variant for a while. If it loses those adaptations, once it does, then we can try the pocket dimension again, and then we try to kill it in the pocket dimension by just smashing it or whatever.
Okay, and that's plan C. What about plan D? We need.
And
I
if the
think-
pocket dimension, we lose the coin flip and it doesn't make it collapse in on itself and it just spits it back out, then we keep it in the ice dimension for long enough that it gets the icy texture to its body, and then we dunk it in lava to see if we can like instantaneously melt it that way. We make it adapt a weakness and then use the weakness.
Okay.
And if none of that works, we're dead. I mean, that's like, we've gotten down to plan E or something. If it doesn't work at that point, we're freeballing it.
We should probably inform Headmistress Foresight about this.
Yeah, sure, probably.
All right, I'll.
If you like
I've
write it
already
down,
been
you could
texting
just send her the
Nightwalker
list.
about this.
Okay, you're like letting Nightwalker know you're talking with.
No, I mean like Lily has texted him about this like overnight when
Okay.
she's been thinking about this idea.
Okay, that's good to know.
He woke up to like 50 messages from her.
Mhm.
Then should we all maybe head to her office and see if she's there and just explain our plans? Because she might just absolutely say no.
We can do that in a bit. I have one, and Terry also had one thing he wanted to
Yep.
talk about.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I'll do mine first because I just kind of had when the Blue Beast fought us, it pounced on Joey, then Alex, then Echo. Was that the order?
I believe so. Yes. Yeah.
And it didn't pounce. It didn't really give a shit about anyone else. It only gave a shit about Priscilla because Priscilla made that like dome to force it to give a shit. But otherwise, it didn't really seem to care. It was really just after you three. And it didn't. I was there. It never really fucked with me. Is it because did it not fuck with me because it didn't get the chance, or is it because okay, Maul is the main manufacturer, provider, whatever, of Hero's Blood. And we've already established that this thing's blood is connected to Hero's Blood. It's like some mutation, some alteration of it. So Maul has probably seen this thing, if not, like, he is aware of where it stays, and maybe he's the one farming it. And then you guys were fucking with his, like, drug gang thing, and I just wasn't there for that. Like, I remember that blew up, right? In a subway tunnel or whatever.
No, that was the gun runners.
But, like, that's still Maul, isn't it?
They're associates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, And I wasn't there for that, but like that crumbled. They saw you guys, right?
Well, I would argue, and Echo kind of gestures the cup towards her. I would argue that was a bit of a success, despite what.
Okay, no, I'm not. I know because I established you as the leader that day. I almost said ruler. As
Did you
the
almost
leader
say
that
ruler?
day. I did almost say ruler. That's not a Freudian slip. That's not how I see my position in this group.
Well, Lily, I don't know about that.
I established you as the leader that day, and I'm not, saying it crumbled as a punishment of you. But come on, it crumbled, right?
No.
Like you guys beat him up. Was that the plan?
As
To like get into a chase and fight them?
As some of our classmates would say, that was a W, I think.
Okay. I looked to the rest of the group, so like it crumbled, right?
It wasn't.
Echo looks
fruitless,
to
but
everyone.
It was dangerous. I'd say it was like a 50-50.
Okay. I'll take that. But either way, my point is they saw you. Like that's the important part, right?
I guess.
They are aware.
Okay. I wasn't there. Did the blue beast not fuck with me? Did it come here and specifically attack you guys? Did Maul like send it? Because you guys were spotted fucking with his associates? What is he using this thing as like a cleaner? And is that why it didn't fuck with
That's
me and
an
only fucked with
interesting
Priscilla because
thought.
it literally locked it in? She literally locked it.
He was
a
in the
room
way.
with her.
Maybe.
Oh. That's a really good thing to notice. I didn't even think about that.
So you think it's like a attack dog then?
Maybe, because I mean, like a lot of stuff happened. What with the thing attacking and then immediately dealing with all the Weston stuff. So it just kind of it feels like it got lost thinking about the idea of like, why did it even do that? Like, why was it there? And when I sit down and think about it, that's kind of that's the only thing I can really think of. Why would it be coming after you guys specifically?
It attacked us in the subway and we didn't have any connection there yet.
That's true. But there it also attacked kind of indiscriminately. Maybe that time it was just loose and we just happened to be there. Like we can agree, it was like it felt like a different situation. It felt more targeted this time because it came to us out of nowhere. The idea that a creature could have just been lurking in subway tunnels feels more like something that could have just naturally happened. But this thing doesn't man drop from the sky through the dome and onto Joey just by chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Counter argument, Lily, and this is just my scavenger brain kicking in. It seems like a very high. It's an asset, right? If I had something like that, I wouldn't want to send it attacking a place where there are literally so many heroes that it could be destroyed and you lose that asset. That seems...
I mean, we sent it to Super Hell, and it's not only surviving, it's thriving in there. Maybe Maul just really has that much confidence that this thing can do whatever it wants, and he won't lose it.
Or he'd rather it be our problem than his.
And also, with the train, if I'm getting my days wrong, tell me, because it's been 3 years / months since those sessions / days. That happened after we went to the rave and fucked with his operations there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So maybe that time it was like recompense for that. It like if I'm not saying I'm 100% convinced this is true. I could be making a bunch of assumptions that are not true. I'm just saying in the assumption it could still be true. Like there is at least a line of logic.
No,
Yeah, that's fair.
honestly, it's a good line of logic. I feel like it could explain some things.
It also opens up some interesting opportunities. If Maul has a way to target individuals with this creature, perhaps there's a control mechanism that could be used to destroy it in case it turned against him. That is, I
That's
feel like
true.
he wouldn't take a risk of having a weapon he couldn't blow up.
In your time with
That's a good
Maul,
point.
does Maul seem like, like, and maybe I'm asking this a little bit out of character too, in case this is a redundant question, but Maul is kind of like supervillain hanging up a gang. He's not like a scientist or anything, is he?
Terry, how do you want to answer that?
I don't think he himself is one, or if he is, he never let me know. But he's definitely smart enough to understand what people he'd pay to do science for him would figure out.
Yeah,
This-
because brain teaser, that recording, it seems like maybe Maul has some people working for him that were able to tweak this serum into Hero's blood. So he may not be directly involved in the science, but he definitely seems to have people that are.
Yeah. Kind of what I was thinking about too. I'm
Oh,
just also
that's-
interested if Kirk plays any further role in this as well. Because
We'll have to
the
figure that out.
idea of Maul himself, figuring out how to maybe make this thing do its bidding, feels unlikely to me. But maybe if he had the resources of a very rich scientist who also had their name involved with the paperwork coming from the abandoned place, the factory that we went to, then yeah, just kind of
Well,
thinking about it.
It's something we'll figure out eventually if we, track them all down. Fun, actually, really good segue. So I asked the news club to do some digging, and they've kind of found 3 potential locations for Maul's drug ring, like the place it operates out of.
Okay.
Also, he's apparently supposed to make an appearance in Gold Row this weekend. But they didn't know at which location. Want me to
That's
list
this
locations?
weekend?
Yeah, after finals.
Great.
Thank God he's waiting.
Yeah, I know. Like honestly, like considering how spontaneous most things happening to us are, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
So it's a tattoo shop on Worth Street, a motor garage at the end of 11th Avenue near the water, underlined, and a pizza shop on the corner of Exchange and Weston Place. Huh, that's coincidental.
Did Weston name a street after himself?
He does seem like the type.
I mean, that feels a little significant to me.
So, if there is a connection between Maul and Weston, it would be there. I guarantee if they're working together, Maul has dirt on him, just in case he turns on him. I definitely think that would be a thing.
It's probably a little late in the game to ask this, but I kind of just realized I don't know if I've ever asked this. Does Maul have a power?
Okay, Ethan. I'm gonna ask because it's been implied he has a shadow thing going on, right?
I mean, as far as you're aware, he is just a big, tough guy. And yet, for some reason, the people that work for him, regardless of any mercenaries that come in, whatever their power sets, they all listen to him, and nobody has tried to fuck with him.
If he does, anyone who he's shown that to wasn't able to tell anyone.
Okay.
Well, that's not a good sign.
I was just wondering because maybe his power, if he has a power, maybe his power has something to do with his confidence of commanding around the Blue Beast, like how you had said you might have some fail safe in place. he might, but it might not be like he's implanted bombs into the thing or something. It might just be, I don't know, he has the power to melt its brain if he wants to.
But if we wanted to catch him, if we wanted to get more information about the whole operation, this would be our chance. It's just the general thought process I'm having is, do we just send multiple people to all the locations and then suss out which one it is, or do we just go for one?
I mean,
I think if there's any way we could have eyes on all 3 places, that might be for the best.
I don't know if we could. Because I imagine it's going to be, you know, it's not like he's going to be in the like, foyer. He's not going to be in the front room of the pizzeria, like, doing whatever he's doing. So I imagine it's going to be hard to get wherever it is we need to get to even see what's happening. And the idea of being able to do that in 3 places sounds hard.
And quietly.
Yeah.
Also, are we gonna, you know, tell the staff about this and that we're gonna be doing it?
I mean, we can tell them about the first part, about killing the blue beast. I'm not sure about the other, about Maul.
At minimum, I think we should tell Nightwalker.
I agree.
Yeah, I think we can trust him with that.
I agree.
I believe we could leave it up to his discretion on who he tells.
Tattoo shop, a mechanic shop, and a pizza place. Exchange. What is Weston Place? Is that actually like a street named after Weston?
Yeah, it is a street in that business district, or the business side of that district. It's where a lot of money moves in that area, and so of course Weston had to name a street after himself in that area.
And why is Worth Street known as Avenue of the Strongest?
That is a fun fact about New York. There's
okay.
Yeah, there's an area that is called the Avenue of the Strongest. Terminal City has a very similar history to New York, so an area ended up being called Avenue of the Strongest, but it is due to slightly different historical implications.
Here in Terminal City, it's called Avenue of the Even Stronger. just a mob in New York.
So true.
I'll start pulling up on my phone, like on the maps, to look at these places, and from the 3 locations, see if there's any notable buildings near these buildings. If that makes any sense. Is there something I should roll, or would you just tell me?
Yeah, roll to assess, and then we'll just see what kinds of questions you're honing in on.
Okay. I have not opened my sheet once, so let me find that. Usually I pre-open it. Yay!
It's a nice full hit. Just a moment here. Okay. So yeah, what the first thing you're looking at is just if there are any notable buildings around any of the spots that you have been told about.
Yeah, like in the surrounding blocks, like in its area. Like if on Weston Place, on the other side of the corner of the pizza shop is like Weston Tower or some shit.
Yeah, so on Weston Place, there isn't necessarily a building for Weston, but you do know that Weston Enterprises does have a tower a bit deeper in the city.
Yeah.
That would be in. Well, it would be relatively close by, but it wouldn't be on that street. So now, let me share a little bit of fun world lore, as the districts of Terminal City exist very similarly to New York, but they have different names. And now I'm going to reveal the names to all of you. As instead of Manhattan, we have York Point.
Why is that one
Nice.
so funny to me?
That one's good. Instead of Brooklyn, we have Kingside. Instead of Queens, we have Queenside. Instead of the Bronx, we have the Jacks. And instead of Staten Island, we have the Staten Islands.
Did Staten Island just blow up?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And Gold Row is in York Point. So it is at basically the hub of Terminal City. It is within, maybe known as the most major district. So of course within York Point, Weston Tower also exists, relatively close to Weston Place, but not like on Weston Place. The motor garage at the end of 11th Avenue is near the water, so it is kind of closer to another district that is known for shipping, which is known as Silver Mill. You guys have been by there before. Whenever you have gone to the docks, it has generally been in Silver Mill. But otherwise, that the most notable thing there is that it's kind of closer to like storage facilities and shipyards and such. And then the tattoo shop, I mean, the Avenue of the Strongest is pretty well known for having like a lot of battles that have happened near there, but like a long time ago, like in the Silver Age. Now it's kind of a quiet area. As for notable buildings in the area, not really a whole lot in that area. Like there's kind of similar stuff of like, oh, there's like a barber shop and, you know, another kind of Italian place down the way, but otherwise it's pretty simple there as well.
Sorry, my internet had gotten stinky when you were saying the motor garage part.
Motor garage, yeah, is just by the water, by a lot of like shipping yards, by like docks and stuff, and then the tattoo shop on Avenue of the Strongest is not really near any like huge notable buildings, but being that place is known as Avenue of the Strongest, there were a lot of battles around that area in the Silver Age, but it's kind of quiet nowadays.
If there isn't a Weston, Enterprise building actually on Weston Place, I'm less inclined to think it'd be there for any what's the word I'm looking for? Practical reason.
It's not exactly quiet.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just a pizza shop. It's not. It doesn't even seem like if he's doing a demonstration or announcing something. It seems like a small place, and also it's a drug den. So like, how big of a pizza shop? I guess if they have a basement, but
Or a connection to like the sewer system.
a motor garage is probably the biggest building. So that to me would make me think it could have. It is most likely to have some sort of secret operation. Tattoo shop is also small. Is mall like a? Would any amount of like theatrics of like running a drug den and like announcing something for his gang in the Avenue of the Strongest appeal to him, do you think?
Ethan, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I've gotten from Maul is he's like pure substance, no style. Like he
Yeah.
does not really care about that.
Yeah.
He's not one to really care about things like that.
Okay.
Very practical.
I'm leaning towards the motor garage. I think ultimately it's gonna be a 1 in 3 guess, but I'm just trying to reason out any feelings I might have to get a gut feeling.
Well, if it is the hub of the entire operation, it would have to have a way of distributing. So it would have to be connected to either the rail system or the sewer system, and be low-key enough where it wouldn't attract too much attention.
Does the pizza shop do delivery?
Harry checks like the internet and like goes to the pizza shop. Does it like, oh, do you want delivery? We'll get a goon right there in under 30 minutes.
Well, they don't say they're not gonna say like,
I
yeah,
know
one of our goons will. But I mean, it's a pizza shop that does delivery.
Terry checks the meet the staff page. Or any of them clearly mall goons?
I mean, it's like a mom and pop shop.
Okay. Oh, how disarming. Yeah, but do they do delivery?
That is disarming.
That is very.
Which I might just be suspecting a genuine mom and pop, but like something about it being a mom and pop shop makes me think that's not real.
And reminder for you, Terry, and just for the table as well. So all 3 of these locations, Newspaper Club narrowed it down to them because they saw goons moving around to each of these locations.
Oh, yeah.
So there is also basis for all 3 of these.
There's activity.
Yeah, there's
okay.
activity near all 3 of them.
So all 3 of them might be something to the gang, but not specifically a drug den.
Yeah, not specifically the home base.
Could be where they get pizza.
They do
That
need
could
to
be
feed
all
a
it
lot of
is.
people.
Is the pizza cheap?
The
The pizza is
The
pretty
mechanic
cheap,
shop
but it
was-
has high reviews.
Yeah, 3.9 on like 800 reviews. It's actually like really good.
I don't know. I think I'm leaning towards the mechanic shop because I feel like if this is something where like he needs to make some big announcement to all his goons, it'd probably be the largest place and the least conspicuous place. Because if a whole bunch of people showed up to a pizza shop for a tattoo parlor, that would be a little unusual. But the mechanic place, kind of near the shipping district, I could see might be. It makes more sense for me.
I can also wave off any weird noises.
Yeah.
That's true.
Easier, at least.
Yeah, I think I'm also still leaning towards Motor Garage. I think I'm just getting caught up in how amusing it would be if they were delivering drugs under the guise of a pizza delivery.
That would be strangely whimsical of Maul. But at the same time, because it's so unexpected, it might actually be the move. But at the same time, it's best to go with the place that makes the most sense to us now.
How long? I guess you said it this weekend, so it's within a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's making a move. He wouldn't show up himself unless something big was happening.
Has Lily's dad sold them all yet?
It seems like they're in talks. Not a whole lot of time has passed, and there's there are serious talks happening. It seems like it's going to happen pretty soon.
I'm still worried it's connected.
So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So are you all on board to go get Maul and wring any information out of him that we can?
Yeah.
I'm in.
My dad owed a debt to him or whatever, so I think I need to beat him up.
Yeah, that won't end well. So
I'm in favor. Also, hey Lily, what's espresso?
You're reading it. There's no X, so wouldn't even make that mistake.
It's another type of coffee.
Oh, should I add this?
I don't know, do you want to try it?
What's it for?
It's like more caffeine, I think.
Oh,
Is it like a concentrate?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I
have no idea.
I'd step back from the game. I don't know what espresso is, guys.
Caffeine
I've just
and
always
me do
known
not
it's like
work
super
well together.
coffee, but I don't know.
not
how.
great.
It's something you add a shot of that is like super coffee.
Okay. Yeah, you could drink a cup of that.
All right.
Is it like chocolate chips? Is it like you add as many as you want and like?
No,
it's a hard thing?
it's a pod, but if I put it in the machine, it only makes a little. I can make it make a lot.
Like, I don't know.
You control the
follow
buttons
your
you
heart.
press.
Yep.
All right.
Free will.
I'll make a cup of this stuff. Let's see how it goes. Coffee was good, so this must be good.
Let's kill Echo with a heart attack.
roll assess the situation real quick.
Real quick, he says.
Yeah, just real quick. Your sharpened eyes procs. Spark jumps in and it jumps up to your face and tries to like tug down your goggles.
What? And he pulls them down.
And just like jumps down to the pods and like points out a serving size.
But the coffee was so large. Why is this so small?
Spark just shrugs, but kind of just keeps pointing at the serving size.
There's
Oh, yeah.
probably more caffeine in that one.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like it's like more caffeinated.
All right, all right, Dolph, you can. All right. And Echo kind of nods and makes the recommended serving size for espresso. But he comes back as as he like has like the little thing in his hand, the like little cup, the dainty cup. Well, actually, it'd probably be the mug. He just put it in like the mug he had before, but it's like a little bit, and he looks disappointed as he's like looking into it.
Look, it's his third cup of coffee. Was his first cup of coffee like an hour ago, and now he's already on his third and he's adding espresso. He has to find his limits. Let him limit test.
So do I have
Right
this all in-
before when are we doing this fight?
Well, it's not it's not really up to us.
It's up to
should-
just whenever they show up.
Or I open
Yeah,
a portal, but we should. Sorry, go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for it. We just need to be prepared.
We should still talk to Headmistress Foresight before we do. Also, I'm gonna just down this in one go. They're so little. And he just kind of pulls his head back and takes it all. Oh, that's even bitter. More bitter.
And
You'll be
I
feeling
don't really
very
drink
awake very
espresso.
soon.
you guys hear some footsteps off to the side coming down from the stairs.
Who goes there? Oh, hello.
Lily. And Olivia is just going to start walking towards your guys' group. And behind her from down the stairs, Triffany just flutters down after Olivia. Olivia, darling.
Floyd lets out a little sigh. Hey, girls.
Hello, girl. Lily, why haven't you... I want to help. You know I want to help.
It's fine. We've got it.
Okay, but I still want to, so...
I mean, it's like we already figured out the plan, and like,
Well,
you know, we've got the plan.
Actually, got quite a few plans. There's like 4, I think.
Yeah, we've got it down to like Plan E.
okay, is there anything that I can do to help?
No, it's fine, Olivia.
If Plan
It's not
E
fine.
didn't work, then maybe.
No,
But-
Terry.
It...
Hey,
It's not fine.
We've got it handled. It's fine.
It's not fine.
I know you want to help, and that's nice of you, but it's just that we don't like we've got it, and we don't need to like involve a bunch of people.
I'm not trying to be nice. Lily, something attacked you guys yesterday, and then I know you wanted to get there quick, but I felt like you didn't want me to be there, and I get why, but I didn't see you after that. I don't know. I'm glad that you're okay. And
Yeah, I
and
texted you.
I know. But I want to help make sure that you are okay.
I just need you to trust that I'll be okay.
Lily, I trust you. It's not that I think that you can't do it, but I want to help you do it. And I want to finally help you.
No,
Lily,
Why? Why? Why not?
because the last time I let you help, I didn't need to let you help, and then you got hit by a meteor. I didn't need to invite any of you to that, because none of you could even fight the Deja. I just didn't want to be alone, and then what did that get me? You died. We can do this. It's fine.
But what if you die this time?
I won't.
I want to help protect you because you have been protecting me, and I want to be able to. I want to be able to do something. Do you think that I can't help? Do you think I'm good? Am I gonna? Would I be a bother?
You wouldn't be a bother. And it's not that you can't help. It's that I don't think we need your help to succeed. And I think adding you would just be an unnecessary risk.
Olivia, darling, she didn't mean like that. I know.
It's not like you're the only person I'm not letting help. I don't want Triff to help. Echo asked if his friend could help. I don't think he should help.
He's not. He's. Never mind.
I think.
What?
It's not like a game. It's not.
I know it's not a
something
game.
to just add people to for the fun of it. And I don't.
I'm not trying to be added for the fun of it. I'm trying to add you to help you because I'm your friend and we're supposed to be heroes. I'm supposed to be working to be a hero. I can't use my power to do fucking anything. I die, I come back, my friends are in danger, and I'm told to just sit there and watch? Not even to watch. I'm just told to go sit in my room and pretend like it's not happening.
I know it's not entirely my place, Lily, but I feel like a lot of our friends outside of this group are just wanting to be heroes. Like, it's what we're here for. It makes sense for them to have the same inclination.
I know. I'm not confused of why people want to help. It's not a surprise. I know. I get it. It just doesn't change the situation.
And I would be risk.
You wouldn't be a risk. You would be at risk. It's different.
But you guys are all at risk too.
Well, we can't sit this one out.
Can't. I mean.
I'm sorry. I'm...
Olivia, darling. But perhaps we,
Olivia just starts shaking a bit where she's standing. And then she just turns and starts walking away.
I apologize, everyone.
You don't have to apologize for anything. You're fine. She's fine. I get it. It's just I can't.
I am going to check on Olivia. But for the record, Lily, I know what your answer is going to be. You do not need to answer, but just know that I want to help you too. And not just you. I want to help all of you. I am also not a fan of the feeling of sitting on my hands. I will go speak to Olivia.
And she turns and goes to flutter out of the room.
They just want to help.
I know. I get that. I've acknowledged that. It's just they can't.
Why can't they?
Because they don't need to.
How do we know that?
Because that's what this was all about. We're coming up with a plan. At no point does the plan need their help. And it's a harsh sentence, and I know that, and I don't deliver it in a soft way, but I don't know how else to say it. This is just how it is. They can't help. We don't need their help on this. So we shouldn't seek it, because all that would do is put them at risk for no real gain. When we were in Heaven Court, you guys couldn't fight the Deja. I had to take time out of my fight to empower you guys just so you could do something. And I'm not saying that to be a dick and say and insult your guys' input or anything. It's just that is what happened. And because of that, I got hit. And because I brought any of you in the first place, Olivia died. She didn't need to be there.
This isn't that situation, though. They might be able to help against the creature.
But we don't need their help.
Okay, but what if Triff had access to a ship core?
Well, then
I
we
think
could get the ship, but she doesn't need to come with the ship. And I think arguing the ship away from her without her getting involved would be hard.
Next to
That's why we
impossible,
came up
I'd
with
reckon.
a plan that doesn't need a ship core.
Just throwing things out there.
I know. And I know.
So my hands are shaking. Is that normal?
Yeah, it's caffeine. You're not supposed to drink that much of it.
I feel good.
I know.
Wait 30 minutes, 45.
So
Lily,
we're still. Go ahead.
one thing. What if they decide to do something without telling us?
Then that's stupid, and I'd be very mad.
But they tried asking.
Well, then I wasn't going to be able to do anything about it in the first place. Because I'm not going to add them just so that they don't get in danger on their own. At that rate, why don't we get the whole school involved?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for laughing, but that is just the exact situation from Kai's playthrough last night. And I'm really laughing about it because that's exactly what Kai did. Because
What's her face kept trying to go in the woods, and Kai was just like, "Can't beat it, gotta join it."
The hunt.
Yeah,
The hunt.
Honestly, if we could somehow feasibly get an army, I'd appreciate that, but it's quite
No,
obvious.
but what happens to a bunch of soldiers in an army? A lot of them
There's-
die.
Yeah, but I'm not... Okay, hypotheticals aside, I'm just saying it seemed like Olivia really wanted hand on the
I
ball,
know.
and
She
What
can't.
if
She can't use her powers without it hurting her. I don't want to make her use her powers anyway. She's practicing, and that's great, and I want her to keep doing that. I don't want her to go fight a blue beast with us and die again. That's all it is.
Well, either way, we have to run this plan by foresight before we, or at least all 3 or 4 plans by foresight. Maybe we tell foresight that we think that maybe some other students might be trying to make a plan of their own.
She probably wouldn't want like other students to put like themselves in danger, you know.
I don't think she'd want us to put ourselves in danger.
Well, unfortunately, we have to be. So, like Lily said,
Exactly.
We're focused on by the beast, so it makes
We-
sense that we're going to be involved no matter what.
Mhm.
If my theory is right, I'm not focused on by the beast, but
should we? This is just a thought, and I just had it. Rather than having it inside the dome and switching back and forth between dimensions, it might be a better idea to have it in like Megea.
no, yeah, that's yeah. I
Less
was saying
collateral.
either the domes or doing the dimensions. It would just kind of depend on, I don't know. How does the dome even work? Can we switch it on our own, or would it have to be like a third party sitting in a control booth or something?
Are you asking God?
I mean, that's fair.
Kind of.
Yeah, you guys have, I mean, obviously there is like some necessary like chaperoning, like people watching over the dome, like hijack remotely. But you are able to go and set settings and create your own training environments with certain clearance.
But it's not something we can change when we're inside. It's like the settings are outside.
Theoretically, you think you probably could be able to. It's just not a like regular use of the dome.
It might be better to use the dome if we can all change it, because if it's portals, then we'd all have to funnel through the portal, and that could make a jam, especially since we're also going to be trying to get the beast. It might be better to do the dome, actually.
That's fair.
But then the kill
Yeah,
shot
that's a
will
good
probably
point.
have to be, if we end up needing to make it go icy and then dunk it in lava, that'll have to be the portal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, we don't know exactly how the fight would happen, so having it that close to Star Heights could be volatile.
More chance for people to get involved. Also, am I talking faster? I feel like I'm talking faster.
You're right.
If we also
Little
are
bit.
having it in the dome, it might be good to start, I guess, ourselves or Echo at least also spending more time there, since if it's going to make a portal out, it's likely to portal to Echo
We're getting
since
a bit
it's
ahead of
following him.
We should probably ask with foresight first, just to make sure before we make any concrete plans. Whether we go
If
back
we're
and
doing it in the dome, no one tell literally anyone, because you're right, it is on school grounds. And if Olivia and Triff try to get involved anyway, that would make it easier. So we just need to not tell them that it's happening in the dome, and we probably should tell like Nightwalker to keep an eye on them, I guess. Even though that makes me feel like a narc.
at that, Echo's gonna pull down his goggles and just kind of like look around to see if anyone was spying on them.
Okay, where are you looking?
Just everywhere. We're in like a nondescript lounge area. He's just
Mhm.
looking to see if he's just doing a scan of the area.
Roll to assess.
I look for six.
Zam.
Okay. Yeah, you get your 2 questions plus sharpened eyes. So what you're looking around. First thing, yeah, how are you looking around? What are you looking for?
He's just using his goggles in different spectrums of seeing things like heat or anything, like if someone's like peeking around the corner and it's like just like the littlest bit of them. He's also looking like he's just getting a general scan of the area.
It does seem like there are some students kind of in like an area or two over that are kind of like lingering.
Who is anyone we know?
They seem pretty familiar because it seems like it's Nelson and Evan talking to each other.
Ah, shit. Okay, was that? Can I use that as part of that first question? Or was that my second one?
No, that's... Let me think about that real quick. No, that's fine as a first question. If you have 3 questions you want to do.
Second question. Could I gather if they were listening to us?
You have a pretty good idea that they're, like, interested. It's not like they're snooping exactly, but, I mean, you kind of flash back to Eugene being like, hey, like, people are, like, watching you guys. Like, at this point, he kind of just basically said, it was a courtesy for me not to approach you before now, and now I'm just being bold enough to finally approach you and say, hey, what the fuck is going on?
And then I guess to satisfy Chloe's curiosity, he looks at the vents. Is there anything in there?
Hey, I did roll superior and hit.
Oh, that's why you were
Did you?
asking.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can...
yeah.
Okay, I will need to then. I guess for my last one, that's it. Chloe, you go ahead.
Any clues where a motherfucker could get more coffee?
Yeah, as you are like kind of peering to the vents, Joey, you do note a snake.
I
You-
knew it. I
you
knew
notice- You notice
it.
snake, and like as soon as you notice it, it disappears from view.
Does she just do this recreationally?
I love her. I love her so
That's
much.
so funny.
She's the coolest. She's the coolest motherfucker.
Uh,
I look at my text messages from whenever I was, out. Do I have any from Maya as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have texts. It's basically just like from when the creature appeared, just, are you okay? Where are you? And then a bit later, like, is that you? Is that Kirk Weston?
Yeah.
Is that
Like,
you
or-
grainy photo from the ground of you fighting the
Yeah,
stratosphere?
and then just, Joey, are you okay? Seriously. And then
I just yeah.
more, just a few more messages, very worried, and then just like, can you please tell me what's going on?
Yeah. I'm gonna text back at this point and just say, hey, can we talk about this soon? I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just gonna send kind of a little message that's apologizing and saying,
Mhm.
like, let's get together soon and talk about everything.
She just basically, she responds with a, yes, please, let's do that.
Okay.
As Joey's texting, Maya Echo's gonna jerk a thumb over to the other two overhearing, and go, and then look to Lily and go, I'll be honest, Lily, it's gonna be hard, I think, to keep people out of this
Lily
if we keep it on school grounds.
looks over to Nelson and Evan. Are they looking over here?
They're kind of a ways down, like, from where you are, like past like a hanging curtain or something. You're able to kind of see the main stairwell, which is where Olivia and Triffany came down from, and then kind of by the other side of that, you do see them over there, like seemingly talking to each other, but you kind of catch Evan's eye real quick as he like looks back to Nelson, who's kind of got his back to you.
Lily will just stare, like glare daggers at Evan for a minute, just so that when he looks over again, he will immediately lock eyes with that.
He does, and he goes a bit rigid and just kind of takes a step to the side, more behind Nelson, and Nelson looks over his shoulder in your direction.
I'm gonna text Evan and just tell him but I'll talk to him later.
Okay. Yeah, you
Alright.
see him check his phone and just kind of sigh as he, just he kind of is just like keeping out of Lily's gaze past the stairwell in that sitting area.
Yeah,
think-
it's gonna be important that we don't tell anyone that it's happening
We
in the dome.
we're gonna get followed though. We're 5 individuals.
They can't follow us into your dimensions.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Whenever we're going to the dome, we can just meet up in Echo's room, and then from there, go through Sand Realm or whatever to get to the dome.
Okay.
That's a good idea. At least that way we won't be tailed.
Those two weren't close enough to hear, I would hope. Unless one of them's got super hearing.
But they were close enough to be a distraction.
I guess. A distraction for who?
Are we being schemed against by our own classmates because we don't tell them anything?
Okay, you need...
Maya was in the vents. I told her I'd talk to her later.
Oh,
That's a
What?
thing she can do.
I mean, we know that. She was in the vents for other shit.
Yeah.
But she just does that? I thought she only did that because you requested. Does she just do that on her own?
Terry
Listen,
sends
don't
a
judge
message
her.
to Lawrence.
Don't judge
I'm
her,
not-
okay?
I'm not
Is the
judging
class
her.
scheming against us? Question
Just
mark. Frowny
asking.
face.
I didn't know she just did that for fun, I guess.
I don't think it's for fun. I think it's because I didn't respond to her text messages yet. Joey kind of deflates as they say that.
Okay, so rather than just come down and talk to you normal, she was in the vents?
No, I don't know that she knew that I don't know. She was
Okay,
probably
so-
wondering why I was ignoring her. We're close, okay? If anything, I
Appreciate
appreciate it.
You appreciate that she was spying on us from the vents?
Oh,
She
I was
keeps an
responding
eye
to
on
that,
me.
Lawrence.
There's better ways to do that.
Oh, there are vents in Terry's room.
Yeah, there are vents in everybody's room.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be.
Terry
Terry,
just
Terry.
smiles and like,
Terry, listen.
Yeah? What?
She's not spying on students, specifically like this group
Knowingly.
Anymore.
anymore.
Okay.
That's okay. I appreciate a rather. How to word this? Non-obnoxious way to point out a flaw in my own security is how I'll describe my feelings. Also, how
Terry,
many things
don't
should I say out
block your
loud?
own vents.
Oh no, don't worry, it's fine. I'll just
No, it's not fine. Don't block
occasionally
your own
do something.
vents.
It's not. You know what? It's okay. Don't worry about it. I got it handled.
You're not telling
Um,
me you aren't going to do that. You're just telling me not to worry.
I'm not gonna block my vents. It wouldn't be a good long-term
I'm gonna-
stopgap anyway. They just find another way in.
I'm gonna roll Pierce the Mask. Because I genuinely don't believe he's not gonna block the vents.
Oh, no.
I narrow my eyes. Unreadable as always.
You never get a read on that guy.
He's doing the evil finger triangle. He's like glassy-eyed, staring at the table.
Don't block your vents.
I need air.
You
For
do.
now.
That's why you shouldn't block your vents.
Wait, if I used a rebreather, I wouldn't need air. Okay, again, non-important. So if our class is scheming against us, would they be scheming against us to help us? Is that called scheming anymore, or is that just undesired help?
No, it's not scheming against us.
Well, it is. It's scheming against our wishes. It's just for our benefit, which is redundant. God. Should I
Just
start
tell-
anti-espionage against our classmates? I could really send them on a wild goose chase.
Okay, you
I don't think we need to do that.
just you just think on that for a second.
I'm thinking about it a lot. It's
You just
been
think on
longer
that
than a
for a
second.
second in silence. 1 second. Joey, you just tell Maya not to help. We're not getting her involved either. I'm not getting Olivia involved, and she can delete stuff with her hands. I'm not getting snakes involved.
Okay.
Echo slides out his chair and stands up as he kind of pushes it in. I'm gonna go talk to Headmistress Foresight. Anyone want to come with me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll go.
We can recap the plan.
Yeah, I'll come. Who would the best combination of classmates be for anti-espionage?
Okay, but what if those classmates are scheming against you?
Exactly, that's why I have to think about it now.
Maybe
so I
it'd be
can
better
counter.
just to not do anything at all. They'd never see
Well,
that
no,
coming.
we have to do things because they're trying to help us. If it was to our detriment, I could easily counterplan to make their lives hell. But if they're trying to help us, I can't go to more extreme methods. It has to be something harmless.
But they know that you have to do something because you know that they're scheming. So wouldn't it be the greatest trick of all?
He who strikes first
not
wins.
do
Swiftness
anything?
has no enemies.
I am going to walk towards Headmistress Foresight's office.
Just trying to talk you out of your craziness doesn't help. I was wondering if I could just out crazy you. I think there's just nothing I can do.
No, there's
No.
not, Lily.
There's a lot you can do, just not right now. I really need to figure this out.
All right. you
I've
guys
never
head
once in my life
in
been able to move this token, by the way.
on this screen.
Oh.
No.
I cannot either.
Funniest
Might be because these
Daco
are-
fact is
yeah,
Daco
I
has
ended
never
up
been able to
having
move the
to-
token.
I had to
Entire
replace.
campaign.
I've had to replace your guys' tokens with a bunch of new art, which is probably why some of these got missed. Now you can't on the screen. All right, yeah, you guys are heading to the main school building in order to find and talk to Mistress Foresight. You guys will enter through the front doors into just the front of Star Heights.
Guess you can't move this token.
Oh my god.
A skill issue, it seems.
I don't know I'm so thorough.
as
I'm
they're
so
coming
thorough,
in.
and I don't know how I miss it on these maps.
As they're coming. So I'm thinking the greatest combination of abilities, competencies, and talents of our classmates for espionage and specifically deception would be a mix of Lawrence, Triffany, Priscilla, and probably Nelson, odd general knowledge. If they worked together and planned it well enough, they could completely fabricate their position and even what they were doing. They could buy themselves an alibi.
Yeah,
Magic
that's a
plus
fun,
technology.
that's a
Kenzie
fun
as well,
thought
potentially.
experiment. Stop thinking about it and don't do that.
I wasn't going to do anything. It's just something to think about.
Okay.
Especially if they are planning against us. But it's positive, so maybe I shouldn't do much. But I still want the option.
I kick open the door.
Do you actually, or do you just walk in?
No, I just walk in.
You walk in, and the receptionist looks to you all as you pile in. She says,
Oh, hello kids. How can I help?
We're here for Foresight.
Oh, the headmistress is currently speaking to Mr. Nightwalker. If you all would like to take a seat, I can let her know that you're here.
All right. Nix shimmies over.
I'll stand.
send a
Stand
message.
over here.
And very quickly, she goes, "Oh, it seems she was expecting you all. You may go in. I'm so sorry."
What great foresight. But what if their intention was to help us, but for our own good? So they think they're assisting us, but they're in fact being deterrents.
Are you still on that?
What?
What are
You know,
you?
if there's people spying on us for espionage, maybe thinking it out loud is letting them know you're on to them. So maybe you should just keep that all inside.
Adding complexity to the game just gives them more opportunities to make mistakes.
I fucking hate
Which I
talking
can
to you
use.
sometimes. I fucking hate just get medicated. I don't know.
Get medicated.
Yeah, the door opens and you all are able
Huh.
to make your way inside. And as you all start moving into Headmistress Foresight's office, she nods to you all. Nightwalker looks over his shoulder and steps to the side, nodding as well. And she just says,
I'm pleased to see you all here. How may I help you?
We've been coming up with a plan to deal with and kill the blue beast.
She offers a nod and, gestures to the seats in front of her, the seats by the table. Just, if anyone wishes to sit, you may. Otherwise, I am curious to hear about this plan.
I'll stand.
Very
I'll
well.
stand.
Eileen.
You lean,
Haphazardly.
and a beep happens, and the screen next to you starts displaying showing a bunch of screens, and Nightwalker just says, "Please do not lean on that."
Right, sorry.
Joey
Yeah,
just
we're-
takes a seat on the couch.
We're the bad busters. We don't fucking. When someone tells us to take a seat, we take a wall.
I thought you were gonna say we take a walk.
I'm sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
But notably not in one of the two seats she gestured to, which is still, badass.
Yeah, that's fair. I did see a couch and said, ooh, and I sat back on it.
If anyone deserves to relax, it's you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in Super Hell. It adapted within 10 minutes. Our plan is to wait. It's going to jump out and attack us at some point. Most likely Echo, since Echo is able to see him and he seems to be latching onto that. It seems to adapt quicker because the environment is more extreme, is my idea, is my theory. We want to fight it in the dome and be constantly switching between extreme cold and extreme heat, as to make another extreme environment and keep switching between them to try and coax its natural adaptation response into activating, and hopefully it will adapt out of the other adaptations. Because we've seen it before. It had icy body, the ice went away, so it loses adaptations with time. My idea is that maybe it just can only have so many adaptations. Maybe it only has so much brain power for it.
Sight nods as you go over the details of how you came to this plan. I see. Taking place within the dome would give you more versatility with the environments that you could create, the conditions that you could put the creature into. I'm to assume that this is your backup plan for the creature if it should appear.
I mean, yeah. If it just never appears, I guess that would be ideal, but I just don't think that's going to happen.
Echo pulls down his goggles. What's the creature up to?
Roll to assess.
Oh my
Lily
God,
looks over to him. What are you doing?
Echo holds up like a 1 second finger. Where's that? Where's Shreddy?
When you look into Apalea, it is quiet.
Like, no Deja?
I mean, it's like if you were to look into Apalea before this happened.
There's no, warning signs from Spark either about a breach?
There are warning signs from Spark, mostly because Spark is like, oh, that's bizarre.
You see Echo pull down his goggles and he's looking as he holds up a finger as if to wait for a second. He kind of looks around. You see him look one direction, then look another, and then look up and down and around as he turns around. He does a full 360. It's not there anymore.
You gotta stop looking for it, man.
No, this might be a bad thing.
You've said before, it looks at you whenever you look at it. I feel like you're just, every time you do that, I feel like you're just pinging it. You're drawing attention to yourself.
Perhaps it's hiding
gone.
from you.
Foresight nods to you, Terry. That is what I believe be happening.
Where? There's nowhere to hide in this realm. You'd think the Deja would be there and fighting it still, but I don't see it.
Maybe they give up.
The Deja are likely converging on its location, but given how it tailed you before, it has much power to control the location of that fight. He could likely take the Deja wherever it wanted to.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Not
Still don't have
having
enough
a
for it.
beat on the creature is disadvantageous, but it is to be assumed. If it looks to you each time you see it, it was bound to happen regardless.
But what if there's that slim chance it already got out?
It very well may have. If it has, that is not something that we can stop at this point.
Or it's gained the rudimentary intelligence to force you into thinking that. That would be bad.
Great.
Foresight will just nod and say, as far as a defensive plan goes, I believe you all are on the right track. That said, in an ideal situation, you never do have to see the creature again. We cannot account for that possibility being 100%, as if it wishes to get to you, it likely will, but until it does, I am forming a team to attempt to handle it ourselves.
Sorry. You... consisting of who?
Consisting of some of the world's top heroes. We are carefully picking based on flexibility, versatility of their power sets, and just how capable they are in a given fight.
Any Illuminati members?
Foresight
I don't think
looks
you're
to
supposed to just say that out loud, man.
Foresight looks to you. There is a beat of silence that you all can feel as she just says, "It would be in your best interest. It would be in your best interest to never utter that word again."
Okay, I'll unhear that.
As for a potential answer to that question, I will not humor directly. However, we will be calling in the likes of Colossus and Mr. Fahrenheit, and if we are lucky, Captain Cosmic, but she can be very difficult to get a hold of, though she seems to appear whenever she is needed, so I have high hopes that she will arrive in time. Our plan is to form this team, breach the dimensional barrier, and go after the creature in a proactive assault this weekend, after finals are over, given we have a few loose ends to tie up, both in preparations for ourselves and in preparations for you all. If the creature arrives before then, we will pivot to a defensive plan, but at that time, that is going to be where our priorities lie. And priorities for where all of you would be is ideally split up from one another and in relative safety, given the situation. However, we still need to evaluate just how mobile this creature is, and how much power it has over its location. If it is truly able to breach dimensional barriers itself, that is going to complicate things in a way that I am unsure if I am able to control.
How do you intend to breach to get there? Are you gonna make me do it?
We are working on that. Do not worry.
So I gotta live with this thing for how many more days? This thing possibly?
If it does not want you to see it, then we can only hope, with a slim chance, that it is not only looking for you. If it was looking for you, and it already looked to you each time you pierced the veil, I can't imagine that it would decide, now of all times, to try and trick you, unless its strategy is evolving along with its body, which is possible, but not guaranteed.
Lily, you might need to get me some of that melatonin you were talking about.
I'm not gonna hurry. I already got your coffee. Which, by the way, is kind of like maybe should have said this. It's kind of like the opposite of melatonin. So you're probably not going to sleep for a while now, but
Foresight will look to you, Echo, and just say, it would be better for you to sleep. Better for you to be fully alert if it should arrive later.
That's the thing, I can't. It's very hard for me to fall asleep. Do you have a way of making me fall asleep?
We will provide you suitable medication.
Maybe if they were able to sleep somewhere that felt just a little bit more guarded, and not just a random dorm where if that thing burst out, it could hurt a lot of people.
Foresight will nod and say, if you wish to sleep down in the medical bay, then the doors are open for you. However, I will advise that if it is able to leave to attack you, it is very likely that it can leave to attack anyone. That said, if you do wish to stay in the comforts of your dorm, we will be upping security campus-wide, so you may rest assured that you will be as safe as you can be on this island, given the situation. But once again, if it is able to pierce the dimensional veil itself, there is only so much that we can hope to do.
Okay. I will try to take that to heart.
All of that said, I do not wish to scare you, but I do wish to stay transparent with all of you. As such, if you have any questions about the situation, about how things are moving forward, I will tell you what I am able.
Did Weston want to help at all?
Kirk Weston does wish to help on this little escapade. And I am loath to admit that he is being allowed to join.
Echo looks to Joey for a reaction on that one.
Joey looks a little pissed that it was even brought up.
Echo shuts up.
Well, we finally talked to you.
I guess money can get him anywhere.
Kirk Weston is being allowed to join due to a number of factors. Regardless of already knowing of the situation and being a volatile asset outside of our purview, preventing him from coming will only create disruptions. He is one of the most powerful people in socially, politically, physically. Simply trying to stop him from joining a mission he is so adamant about is no simple matter. Forming tension with him and those in the hero world that support him carries very real risks. Risks that are not so short-term or simple to explain. However, I will be keeping a very close eye on him. The chaos of such a situation opens unpredictable avenues of weakness. However, we will have many that do not agree with his mindset on how heroism should be done on this mission, and given the chaos of fighting this creature in its current state, I cannot imagine that he will gain much from this beyond what I am expecting him to gain.
All right, well, we told her. Joey leaves.
Okay. Foresight does not move as Joey leaves.
I have a quick question. So earlier, it's safest for us to be split up from each other, but why?
You cut out. Could you restart?
Earlier, you said that it would be safer for us to be split up from each other, but why would that be the case? Wouldn't it be better in case it does show up to have more of us there to be ready to defend against it?
That is a fair point, and something that I am even now still considering. However, the possibility of certain members of your group being targets has me concerned about having multiple targets in one place, outside of plans where we attempt to lure it to one location. But if that places one of you in danger, it places all of you in danger. And I am weighing the pros and cons of the possibility of losing multiple of you in one fell swoop versus the possibility that your synergy will disrupt that.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
She looks to you all and just says, if there are any more questions, once again, I am still open. If not, I, at this time, have no updates to share with you on the situation, given that everything is currently in progress. However, I will share information with you as it is relevant.
I think that's about all we had to say.
Yeah.
She offers a nod then and says, if it is any consolation, despite the chaos of this situation, I do believe that your plan is a sound one. It is good to focus on how your defense can provide you a good opening to go on the offense. I do not wish to put you all at risk, though I understand that you will be at risk regardless. Despite this, we will do everything we can to ensure that you are not in the line of fire, or in the very least, that that possibility is as low as it possibly can be.
Yeah, checks out for me. Well, I'll see y'all around. Okay.
Let's clear out bad busters.
Let's go.
Echo waits till everyone's gone.
Lily is also waiting, so we have that awkward moment of both of us realizing we wanted to be the last out.
Yeah, we do like that one thing. And go, oh, dude. Lily, you go. I gotta talk to Foresight for a second.
Oh, well, I gotta talk to Nightwalker.
Nightwalker will look to you and just kind of nod and say, I was about to see myself out. He will
Perfect.
nod to Foresight and head out with you. And we'll follow Echo first as everyone piles out of Headmistress Foresight's office as she looks in your direction. As subtly as you're able to notice such a thing.
Edgar kind of walks over to the middle of the room to, save her head from turning. So why can't I mention the I word? Just so we're clear.
There are certain measures in place to record such mentions. It is beyond my control.
Yeah, I would have liked to know that prior, because
Ideally,
know
you
quite.
would have no idea of such a thing.
so just keep my mouth shut is what you're saying.
It is sometimes safer for information to be inside of your own mind.
Okay. I'm not even gonna ask. We've also had some issues with students wanting to get involved. I assume you want us to try to keep that to a minimum.
Sadly, that is not surprising. And as I am considering it, there are avenues that you could take to keep students out of the way. With how many students you all have made bonds with, it may be more difficult. However, it would be ideal if less people are involved and in danger. At the same time, there's only so much control you can have over a situation once information starts to spread like wildfire.
Okay. Echo goes to open his mouth as he kind of puts a hand on the satchel with all the blood in it. And then he kind of shuts it a second and just kind of rests his hand on it. That's all.
Is it?
Yes.
There is a beat of silence.
I can't tell if you're looking at me or not, ma'am.
If you wish to go, you may go. But if you have anything to tell me, my door is always open.
Nothing, ma'am.
Very well.
He nods. Turns around and leaves.
So as you're in there talking to Foresight, with Lily, would you talk to Nightwalker here, or are you taking him to like a further location to speak with him?
Yeah, I think Lily would walk out of the office and then seeing that her group is here and like mentally realizing, oh, I have to be like, sorry guys, I need to go talk to the teacher. Like I need to go be a little teacher's pet. She's like immediately like a little embarrassed. It's like, excuse me.
Nightwalker will step out with Lily, and is walking behind you, but stops for just a moment to look over you all, and he offers a nod as he just says, I hope you all are doing well. Considering the situation, it can only be so well, but if you need me for anything, please just send me a message.
Thank you, Mr. Nightwalker.
He nods. He glances to you, Terry, as well. And then, Joey, as you start moving away, he looks in your direction. And he will look to you, Lily, and just say, just a moment, Miss Fox.
Oh yeah, no rush.
And are you, like, still walking away from the group? Or have you just moved away and, like, put your back
I
to
kind of just started to turn away to actually, like, go down the hall.
Nightwalker will step after you and just say, Joey, if I may have just a moment.
Oh, yeah, Nightwalker?
Considering the events of yesterday, how are you feeling?
I feel weird. And also, and I'm like looking at my friends, and I know my friends can kind of hear me in this moment too. But she says, also weirdly relieved. I'm glad that you and Foresight have a plan for what's going on.
He gives a bit of a sigh and nods as he says, it is Foresight's strength. It is much easier when there is one large task to target rather than many smaller tasks. That said, I will not be able to dissuade all concern. Given the situation, there will be a lot that is outside of our control, but I want you to know that we are doing everything that we can in this situation, and I am sorry that such platitudes are all that I have to offer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm clearly a little bit upset that you're still working with Weston, but it's something that I just kind of have to let go of for now.
The weasel that he is, he will squirm his way into whatever situation he deems fit. But that is less for me to say. Regardless, I will not be going on the mission that she described. If you wish to talk over your feelings, if they should become less complicated or more easy to put to words, as I mentioned to the others, please feel free to speak to me. Feel free to speak to your friends. And, of course, without me needing to say it, but I shall regardless, feel free to speak to your father.
I will. I definitely will.
He nods, and
Thank you.
he is going to gently pat your shoulder, which is a rare, if not maybe a gesture you have ever seen from him, as he just gently pats your shoulder and then offers a nod and will look back to go over towards Lily. And if Lily continues, he will just follow you.
Yeah, Lily would go over here.
And as those two leave the group, we'll stay with you three for just a second as they step away. But yeah, how do you all react at the given moment?
Kind of relieved that we hopefully will not have to deal with the blue beast ourselves, honestly. But of course we can't count on that, but at least we know some strong heroes are going to try.
Did the Headmistress Foresight say specifically what day they're doing this? Like the operation send all the homies?
They said after the weekend, basically. They're letting finals week pass.
Yeah, they are. It is going to be this weekend. It is going to be after finals week.
And I mean, if it would be better for us to split up, maybe we can find a way to check out all of the locations where Maul might be. We'll figure it out.
I'm just gonna try and focus a little bit on getting ready for finals. I already kind of let my club down in one way. I don't want them to feel like they can't study because of what's been going on.
Yeah, I think it's for the best we focus on that for now and just kind of try to ignore what we can.
Yeah. I have stuff to think about. And vents. And other things. But everything will happen. We've done all we could. Now we just have to see where everything lands.
Yeah.
And with the all taking this moment, going over these thoughts, we will pan across and down the hall just a little bit as Lily, you bring Nightwalker over, and he looks to you and just says, "After yesterday, where's your mind at?"
I mean, there's something upsetting about the second I lose my powers, having to deal with a creature that is so strong that it can, like, 1v infinity all of the Deja that I've just spent so long having to deal with while I had powers, and now I don't have powers, and now that thing's trying to kick my ass. So there's equal parts fear. No, not equal parts. There's fear, and then there's a bigger amount of, like, anger at God, because it just kind of seems like a joke.
He nods at that, just kind of, accepting and being like, clearly he doesn't have much to say in response to that, but is clearly like, gives you a nod a bit solemnly.
But it feels good that, I don't know, the plan feels good. And I guess I might not get a chance to see it in action to know if my plan actually would work, but, it's satisfying to have come up with something that I feel confident in while not having powers.
He nods and just says, "The most any of us can do in a situation such as this is to prepare. This preparation time will be your greatest weapon, now and in the future."
Yeah, I kind of have to go Kevin McAllister mode now for every fight. I didn't bring you over here just to talk about, my feelings, really, though. So I couldn't fully overhear. Are you going on the mission that Foresight described?
I am not. This mission is, I am sad to say, out of my depth.
Okay. Then, could you do me a favor? Like Olivia and Triff, kind of, they know something's up and they're worried. And a couple of kids seemingly are really, really interested in sticking their nose into this and getting involved. Like Nelson and Evan were like giving us looks from across the room. I don't think they heard anything. Apparently Maya overheard something, I guess. But Olivia and Triff, talked to me and they want to help, but I had to tell them no. So, but I also just kind of have a bad feeling like Olivia might try something anyway. So if you could do me a favor and make sure they don't.
He crosses his arms, kind of, he feeling his chin a little bit in thought as he furrows his brow. Says, that is troubling to hear.
Yeah.
Our class is too adamant for their own. He kind of just opens up a brief holographic tablet and types a few things down before closing it, before he continues and says, Olivia, I am surprised to hear about. The others less so. Maya is... I suppose that the level of surprise that I'm feeling is a moot point. All of you have been growing this semester. It is apt that you would change in such a way. Yet at the same time, we do not want them to endanger themselves.
If just to be clear, if we have to go to the dome, we already made a plan to meet up in Echo's room and then go through the portal, through his sand realm, so that they can't follow us. And I don't think anyone heard that we're doing it in the dome. Maya might have, but so we should be fine, probably.
Covering your tracks in such a way, and including the distance between the dorms to the dome, even if someone were to realize, only a few students would be able to make it before the fight would be able to leave the dome, if it was going to. I believe that should be fine. And given my position, not going on the mission with Foresight and company, my task will be to stay here and to keep a close eye on all of you. So, that will fall under my jurisdiction, naturally, and I will keep it in mind.
Okay, but I'm asking if, as a favor, if you could keep a closer eye on Olivia and Triff.
I shall.
I think Olivia's just frustrated. Because, I don't know, she just wants to help me. And I get that. But, I'm not wrong, right? I made a mistake in inviting everyone to the courtroom. I just needed, really, to boil it down, I really just needed whatever that student's name was. The Seraphim one?
He nods, as that's her hero name.
I just needed her, and I guess Liberty Dove. Because she was my lawyer. Everyone else was just kind of, and you could physically fight the Deja, so you. Everyone else was extra, and I just put them in danger for no reason. And I'm trying to not do that again. So I don't want to involve Olivia, but that's just making her more upset, and I don't know how to express it to her. Like, cause like I'm doing the right thing, right? And I'm gonna roll this funny move. Nightwalker, help!
Nightwalker, help.
Which is when you seek advice from your mentor, roll plus the label they embody. On a hit, they tell you what to do. On a 7 to 9, I get +1 forward to see it through if you do it their way.
And let me read that for myself on your sheet so that it's even clearer for me. Body. Let's hit. Yes, okay. As you ask that, he's nodding along as you speak to him, and he thinks for a moment as he says, "The first thing I will say is that I will not say that you are wrong, or that anything that you are thinking is wrong. It is not as much a matter of being. Context in these situations will be highly important. However, your situation, it enlightens you to the dangers of this line of work. Bringing your allies on that mission, it put them in danger, and you lost someone very important to you. It was avoidable, but it is not something that you could have foreseen at the time. Now, you are aware of the possibility. That possibility will remain on every job you ever do, with whatever allies you work with. And different heroes have different approaches to this. It is not going to be my place to tell you that there is one correct way. But what I can offer is this. I worked for decades on my own. I am the type to work solo. The fact that I am here at Star Heights Academy was due to my arm being twisted. But regardless, I arrived, and I do my work. And now I have had to grow accustomed to working with others. Regardless of the reasons, whether my reasons were because I did not wish to put others in danger, or because I believed I could get more done on my own. The reasons truly do not matter. What matters is that the job needs to get done. If there are assets at your disposal that you can use, then they will help you raise your success rate. But if there are things you do not wish to lose, it's important to consider as well. What I will say, Lily, is that you are the one who must decide whether or not that danger outweighs what it may bring. With Olivia, her case is unique. Her temperament, her reason for being here, her abilities. I know that she is suffering in many, many forms. And I am sure that she is going to suffer more, depending on how the situation plays out. For what reason, whether it is you getting hurt, her getting hurt, her feeling inadequate, you will not be able to stop her from getting hurt in some way.
I just don't want her to get hurt because of me.
Nightwalker thinks for just a moment as he kind of betrays himself with a bit of a scratch at the side of his head and just says, if someone is adamant enough that they wish to help you despite the danger, and they do get hurt, blaming yourself will not help anything. It will be up to them. If she gets hurt, if she joins you, that is her ambition speaking. And it is an ambition that comes from a place of wanting to help you. This situation, and the one that sadly transpired before, there are many similarities, but as I said before, the context of this mission and every mission you will go on from here out is highly important, and it will always feel like a unique situation. There will never be one answer.
I appreciate it. I think I just disagree.
He offers a bit of a sigh and just says, well, that is quite fair. You will find your way of doing things.
I think Lily would really just have nothing more to say. I think now she's just standing,
Mm-hmm.
like she's already like clocked from the conversation, and now she's back in her own head.
Mm-hmm.
Is just like staring into space.
Mm-hmm. Nightwalker will note this and offer a nod and just say, all of that said, I will keep a close eye on Miss Irwin and Miss Argax for you. I intend to keep my students safe.
Thank you.
He nods, turns on his heel. He walks away. And for everyone else, as you are together outside of the headmistress's office, you see that Nightwalker has parted from Lily. He is going to head down the hall further into the school as he nods to all in passing.
Did Joey leave, or is she still hanging out in the hall?
I would have walked away.
Okay.
After Nightwalker said that, I definitely would have continued down the hall.
All right. It's you three here, and you see Lily is still just kind of looking at the floor and is just kind of in her own space at the moment. Joey is yet to return.
Well, I'm gonna go, I think, try to get some rest. What are all of you doing?
Oh, well,
May
Again.
the same.
I could try and get some rest, but got a lot to think about again.
I'll try not to think too much.
Oh, I would if I could. Such is the bane of my life.
I don't want to think at all, to be honest.
Honestly, it's a sentiment we share.
Okay. Maybe I
Well-
need more coffee.
Honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. But you do you.
That was a joke, Terry. A tired joke, but one all the same.
Tired joke. Okay, I'll remember that for next time you're exhausted.
Terry,
was pretty
don't do it
good.
this way.
I was gonna take the long way around, but fine.
Here, I'll walk with you. Good night, Alex.
Good night.
What's that
Echo kind of
about?
pauses and looks at Lily. Is she doing okay?
Is like one arm crossed and her like holding her elbow as she's like chewing on her thumb and just staring into the floor, deep in thought.
Echo kind of walks over, just goes to tap her shoulder.
She reacts like with some CQC that Nightwalker taught her.
Solid steak.
Just immediately like has your arm behind you. It's like, oh, what? It's you. What do you want? Why'd you do that?
Ow! Why did you do that?
You touched me.
I was tapping your shoulder.
Like, I was dangerously close to my neck.
Good
Oh my-
reflexes.
If
you
he's
okay?
complimenting reflexes, maybe I am too paranoid.
Yeah, you're starting to remind me of him a bit.
Lily looks inside herself.
Am I really becoming like Terry?
That's a bad thing?
Just like me.
Damn.
He's the
Just
Mr.
like
Wonderful
me.
of this campaign.
That's awesome.
Anyways, my hurt arm now notwithstanding, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just thinking.
About
I mean, everything. About the blue monster. About what I
Shreddy,
can do
yeah.
to make Olivia not get in danger. I didn't tell Nightwalker about the mall weekend plans, by the way. I don't think we should.
I mean, I think at some point he's gonna find out, no?
He can find out after it happens.
Also, I can't help but wonder if, with everyone getting involved, that's what Eugene meant when he said everyone will be involved.
Not if we win. Or I guess if they win. If they want to steal the thunder.
I don't know if it's about stealing thunder, as in just, you know.
I know, I'm kidding.
Right. You should probably get some rest. I'm gonna try to get some rest. Maybe the meds they'll give me will knock me out
I
decently.
sleep enough.
Uh-huh.
I've been getting better sleep than ever since I didn't have to wake up with a bunch of dead fucks standing around my bed looking at me like I'm a zoo exhibit.
They did that.
Yeah, every day. I was their form of entertainment. I was the only thing they ever had to do. So when I was sleeping, they were just standing around waiting for me to wake up. It's hard to
Sounds
sleep.
Horrible, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sucked. It's over now. It's good.
Okay. We'll try to get some rest.
I'll be fine.
Oh, one little thing. I do like your new hero costume, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
What inspired it?
I mean, domino masks are just cool.
I agree. I like the hat too.
Yeah, it's a little fashionable.
That's nice. Anyways, have a good night, Lily.
You too.
Echo goes to like pat your shoulder, but he kind of stops short. Just kind of lowers his hand.
Goes to pat your shoulder, stops, hands up like, not making that mistake again.
Yeah, I like having my other two hands.
Alright, you and Terry head down the hall.
Terry, you're not gonna block your fence, are you?
Echo, look at me.
Yeah.
I am far more creative than that. Don't insult me. And it just he ends it there.
They walk down the hall.
A shiver runs down Echo's spine.
Yeah, as everyone else head to their dorms or do whatever they're doing for the rest of the day, taking their time to themselves.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that, all of you go your separate ways for the day, and you try to rest. You try to recuperate, and the next day or so is going to pass by as we consider what's happened here, as we make plans, as we keep an eye out for the others in our circles. And throughout this week, you all have one last hurdle to get through in your mundane lives. As what feels like almost like you can't even really imagine moving back into the mundane. As you all return to classes like nothing was supposed to have happened. You sit by, you practice in the dome, and of course, you all have your final exams. The proctors watch you all closely, trying to ensure that no one's cheating using their powers. But this is going to be our superior test roll for your exams. If everyone could please roll.
What are we rolling?
What's the-
What's first of all, Jacob?
Can I make a because I think it'd be never mind.
Are you gonna
Are
try
you
to
sure?
cheat?
No, it's because it's really late, and I think it'd be really funny to start next session with finals, so that then during all whenever we go fight the monster or whatever, or go spy on Maul, we can be like, man, I flunked my fucking final, like grumbling about that. But it's gonna
You
be
just
another
smashed
4
into
months
it.
before we do the session. So
Oh
it's
my
gonna
God,
be
I
like
hope
for
not.
whatever scores I get here, I'm gonna forget by then.
Ethan will stamp it to our foreheads. It's okay. Don't
What are-
worry about it.
And I was wondering, what label is it?
Is superior.
We have to roll superior for this?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
baby.
dang,
God.
Echo.
let's go! I'm getting haunted by a monster, but I still
Okay,
have to
guys, I need
studying.
you to know if I fail here, I'm gonna be real sad. Because everyone rolled like 9s or 8s or a 12. Can I get like a 7?
Oh,
Oh, Terry.
can I use a team?
I think you guys can use team on your tests actually, and you do have one team by default.
Give it to Terry.
Should I use it selfishly first?
Do you want to make your hit a full hit because you can?
I kind of want to. I
How would that
won't,
even
but I
like?
really kinda
What
want
would that
to.
even be?
I
I
was
won't,
gonna
but I really
say-
want to.
I was gonna say Echo helped. He didn't want to really be alone, so him and Terry maybe spent a night studying.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Terry, do you want to?
Terry's head has not been in the game for this. He is so far removed from like normalcy at this point that he almost he almost dropped the entire thing.
So do you take Echo up on his offer to
Yeah,
try
are
to
you?
like?
Terry?
100%. Like Echo's the reason Terry got a barely.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then yeah. Thankfully, with you two taking an evening or two, just kind of trying to feel normal, study together. You boost Terry up to a 7, which is a partial hit, which means everyone except for Echo, you all everybody partially hits, so everyone passes. Echo on a 10 plus, you pass with flying colors, so you get to mark potential, or you can shift your superior up and any other label down, your choice. I think your superior is locked though, so you can't.
It is. I'm gonna take a
Yeah.
potential.
Go ahead.
Also, it's a +2. Fun fact. Because of my funny little nomad
Okay.
stuff. Not that it matters, but it's a +2.
Okay. Yeah, just kind of like
+2.
boasting.
Sure.
That's sure.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's
no,
midnight.
it's
Let's
gonna-
bro, it's midnight. Let's get this going.
Yeah, everyone else, you did 7 and 9, so you guys did all right. But you had to sacrifice something to make the cut. So I'll go down the list real quick. Alex, do you want to disappoint an adult? Do you want to sacrifice your social life to study? Do you want to lose a responsibility? Or do you want to hurt your academic standing?
I guess I'll hurt my social life to study.
You said your social life?
Yeah.
Okay, you can give a teammate or an NPC influence out of guilt. Who have you not been spending time with recently?
It's a good question. I feel like I already have, like, everyone's already
If
has
you,
influence over me.
and if you choose somebody that already has influence, they just get to shift your labels.
Can I say Evan?
Yeah, sure. So he'll shift your labels. You haven't really been able to spend time with him lately. So he's going to shift. There's something so funny I could do right now. I'm not going to. He's going to shift your mundane up and your freak down.
I'll take that.
He just wants you to be able to step back, feel a little normal. Next person up is going to be Lily. What do you want to
I'll
sacrifice?
just take the academic standing or whatever.
Okay. Joey, how you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I think I'm gonna have to risk my social life to study more.
Okay. Who do you want to give influence to? Or again, if it's someone that already has influence, let's shift your labels.
I'm gonna give influence to Nelson.
Okay. Now, does he already have influence, or is this new influence you're giving to him?
It's new.
Okay. And yeah, with Nelson kind of, wanting to reach out to you, him being the class president, you being, the vice president, you guys haven't really gotten to spend a lot of time lately. Feel a little guilty about that. And finally, Terry, what did you sacrifice to get this shit done?
Can you go over the options again real quick?
Disappoint an adult, sacrifice your social life, lose a responsibility, or hurt your academic standing.
Her academic standing. Terry's not locked in.
Okay. Makes sense.
Easiest one.
Alright, well with that, we finish out our standard exams, and with these tests behind you, all you have left is the big crime-fighting final. Your last bastion of training to prepare for what lies ahead. And so we will handle that next time on Star Heights Academy. Thank you all for playing.
Boy.